pushing live to the website. Oh yeah, we pushing live to the website. So you know, only thing left to do is to start the motherfucking show.
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
'Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Because he has money, you fucking dickhead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry.
The heart
Oh,
of
do that
India.
thing. Run that back for me.
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
'Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Because he has money, you fucking dickhead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry.
The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you...
One more time.
Ma!
Episode 100 in the building.
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
'Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z.
Y'all niggas.
Jay-Z?
I'm gonna keep it 50.
Because he has money.
I'm gonna let y'all niggas
You
know now.
fucking
Y'all don't
dickhead.
come get that shit today. I'm keeping
Oh,
all
I'm
that
sorry,
shit to myself.
Master. I'm very sorry.
The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you... MyT! It's alive!
He's walking, Master. He's walking.
MyT Sports!
Why am I so dark today? It don't matter. Let's go. Good evening and welcome back to another edition, a special edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Dolan Taylor, yo, aka the Chocolate Boy Wonder, aka the Brooklyn Buzzsaw, aka the Mad Podcaster, aka the Tin Man, aka Tony Baritone, aka Mr. Energy, aka the Motor Mouth of the South, aka the One Take Wonder, aka Work Hard, Smoke Harder, aka like a dungeon dragon, aka your favorite army vet, aka the Army Black Knight, aka you better watch for the hook, aka yo, ain't no shook ones. Yes. On the pod. Y'all niggas ain't shit. I'm gonna let you guys know now. What's going on? What's going on, Poe? I ain't talking about you, Poe. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about my niggas that's supposed to be my niggas. They ain't shit. I couldn't even get them to come on the pod to come get free shit. Like, a nigga go on a trip, and them bitches can't even come on the pod to get free shit. Like, I'm vexed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little vexed. I'm a little disappointed with my niggas right now. Like one person got an excuse. Like Lewis got an excuse. Like he just had a brand new baby boy. Like yo, that's my boy all day long. He had a brand new baby boy. He has an excuse and shit. You know what I mean? Like I expect him not to possibly come through. You know what I mean? Like I'll tell him like you got to pass. Like he gets a pass. But everybody else, oh yeah, I'm about to trade him in for a whole bunch of new friends. Like I'm going down to I'm heading down to Parkland. Like I'm about to see if I can get accepted by them people over there. I'm gonna head over to Oakland. Like I'm gonna start exploring new cities because this is some bullshit. I couldn't even get a response. I couldn't even get like a nah nigga, I can't make it. I gotta wash my dick. You know what I mean? I couldn't even get that. I couldn't be like, nah nigga, I can't make it. My girl gotta pick the hairs off my back. You know what I mean? Like none of that shit. Niggas just left me on red. Like I can't see that. Like I'm on red. Like y'all niggas ain't shit. I mean I may have been drinking a little bit, but I just want to let you know, fuck all you guys. Get a grip, right? Oh, listen, I may come to Cali. Listen, I know if I invite you over to the podcast, you know what I mean, that you'll come. Especially if I got some free shit for you on my trip to Cali. To Denver, Colorado. Now, what do you think I have for some of my friends when I say I got some free shit from them from Denver, Colorado? Yet none of the bitches can make it here. I'm gonna curse y'all out something proper. Let's let you know I'm not making it to y'all next event. Y'all can listen, next event y'all invite me to, I ain't gonna make it. I'm done. Let's let you know, put me down as a no-show. No call, no show. But we have to get really into it, right? Listen, today is March 31st. They said we was gonna have current temperature right now is 76 degrees. I don't know if you guys realize why I'm so hyped up, why I'm so excited today. Today is not just season 6, right? This ain't just season 6 of the podcast. This is episode 100 of season 6. Yes, folks, we have done this. Big up. We have officially done this 100 times this season. I know you wonder, like, yo, I thought you've done more than 100 episodes. Yeah, I've done well over 100 episodes. Okay, I got people on my way. I got people on their way. People are responding. Listen, they were like, shit, Talon's mad. Damn right I'm mad. I'm pissed the fuck off. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, I expected something. I expected, I'll be there like an hour late. Like, you guys realize, like, I can't even start the podcast yet. My 100th episode. That's why I was like, yo, I got the 100th episode of the podcast, B. Y'all come through. It's the first time this ever happened in a season. This is excerpt 293 of the MyT Sports Podcast. But this is episode 100 for season 6. And I'm telling you, I'm fired up. And I'm fired up for some reason that ain't even sports related. It's because I'm butthurt. I am butthurt that none of my peoples made it here. Yeah, I said it. I am BUTTHELL hockey sticks hurt. I don't know if I spelled that right, but I'm all of it. Nate Dogg, tell me what I need to do.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm gonna trade him in. I'm gonna trade in everybody. Well, you know KJ's always late. Like KJ's the only person that has 5 hours to spare before the podcast. He gets a chance to work out. He does meal prep. He kisses his girl goodbye. He tries to make a baby. He puts on 2 socks. You know what I mean? He gets some squats in, and he still manages to make it like with all that 5 hours. Like, oh, I don't understand. And as you know, Mark don't show up till about 9:20ish. Mark's still working today. And if he doesn't show up around 9:20ish, actually, he'll probably still show up around 9:20ish, because if he ain't working fully, then the boys are in baseball, and if the boys are in baseball, then you know how these things go. Like, they try to squeeze in doubleheaders all the time. They be like, okay, guys, first game is at 3, second game is at 4, but we can't leave here at 8:30. Like, what? What just happened there? Listen, man. I can't blame them, though. I can't blame them because what's going on now? At least Nat managed to show up, right? And Nat don't even have a gift coming. Like, Nat wasn't here for me to get her, like, you know what I mean? But Nat, what's going on now? Welcome to the 100th episode of the MyT Sports Podcast. Welcome to the 100th episode of Season 6 of the MyT Sports Podcast. What, I still got to get shit rolling. What do we got to talk about today? Listen, apparently, James Dolan is backing up the place all over again. I don't know why I gotta keep hearing this man's name. Every time shit goes good, we gotta keep hearing Dolan's name. And every time I hear his name, I'm just over here like, damn. But I have to find my total shavasana and put my soul to rest because I'm not going to let James Dolan ruin a good thing for me. Apparently, there are a bunch of players out that have gotten out of their current team. There's players that have been moved. We got BK Twitter fingers coming up. We also got somebody trying to make their own Twitter at that. We got dumbass NFL players unhappy. Let me say that again. We got dumbass NFL players unhappy. Let me say that again. We got dumbass NFL players unhappy. I'm gonna say that one more time so you can understand. We got dumbass NFL players unhappy. We also got NBA MVP talk. We got some Final Four talk. We got the 21 light salute coming up at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Man, we got it all for the 100th episode. Listen, we may have strippers, we may have weed, we may have we may have Viking and big booties, Merlot, books, alchemy, and all. I'm telling you, it is going to be a show. Poe just hopped in the room. Poe looking at Nat, Nat looking at me, looking at Nat, Nat looking at me, looking at you, looking at Nat. You know what I mean? Remember, you guys can also catch us live on YouTube. And don't forget, folks, something I always tell you guys. I always kind of forget to tell you guys. Please like, share, and follow the podcast. And if you'd like to know where you can find the podcast at, it's real simple. Just tell your smart speaker to play the latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast, and it will play it wherever you listen to podcasts at. If you want to watch this mean mug over here get his madness on, then you can tell your smart speaker, play, yo, let me watch the latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast on YouTube. Two easiest ways. You can also hop down to the website, mytsports.net, and everything will be complete. You want to join the podcast? Want to have your voice heard? Damn, this is a lot. Then listen, all you got to do is jump onto the Podbean app and call up, and bada bing, bada boom, you'll be the only person in the room. How you doing? All right, let's get down to it. I have to take a pause before I actually start the podcast. I know, like damn, I thought you started the podcast like 15 minutes ago. Nah, B. That wasn't it yet. What we have to do first is make sure that we give a quick moment of silence, right? Like I said, we've been going for a while, so we happen to miss a prominent death in the basketball world. This is one of those individuals that has helped shape the route of basketball, free agency player movement, and a bunch of other things that you see now that the players are able to take advantage of, and that is one by the name of Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor died at the age of 86. It is said to have been by natural causes. And Elgin Baylor, like I said, he is one of the historic members in basketball. And he will greatly, very, 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 very greatly be missed. Not only for his presence and what he has done in basketball, but only for his knowledge and what he was continuing to do in the game of basketball up until his passing. Elgin Baylor, you will be missed. And for everybody else out there, I am going to be taking a quick 7-second moment of silence. Thank you, everybody, for taking that moment of silence with you again. That is to rest in peace to the great Elgin Baylor. Now, as we go from death, apparently we have to also go to life right after that, because life is a full circle. Yes, indeed, it is. And one of the very first things I would like to do is wish a very, 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 very big happy birthday, right? Because, yeah, it's your birthday. You said it's your birthday. Yeah. You said it's your birthday. Yeah, it's your birthday. First birthday shout out of the evening goes out to old time friend Nicole Brown. Also, another birthday shout out, right? And these are all birthdays today, folks. Birthday shout out goes out to Julio Guadalupe from the Guadalupe Brothers. He is another individual that I had the pleasure of calling his matches for on Platinum Pro Wrestling. Somebody else I would like to wish a very, very special happy birthday to is to Jake St. Patrick. If you did not know, I have to tell you guys that every day is St. Patrick's Day when Jake St. Patrick is in the building. He also just recently had a birthday that just passed. And also, folks, our very own, hold on, let me get the microphone, let me get the horns for this one. I don't think you guys even know, our very own big up. We also have to wish a very happy birthday to the brethren, Chill Will. Damn, people, this was not going to escape us in any way, shape, or fashion. Happy birthday, Chill Will, Cleveland's own. Actually, you already know how we do it for you, Cleveland.
Cleveland! This is for you!
So happy birthday, Chill Will. And I want to wish a very, 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 very special happy birthday. Right? Very first birthday. Actually, literally birthday of one Lennox Guillermo Mejia. My little nephew. Yeah, he is coming to the world. That's my homeboy Lewis's brand new baby boy, born on March 23rd. Yeah, he was good enough to have that baby born right before I left to go to Colorado on my trip to Colorado. And on my trip to Colorado, yes, I was over there. I saw hills, I saw mountains. I was over there from sea to shining sea, cause I saw buds that were green, even red velvet too. I smoked a blunt for me and for you, and I said to myself, what a wonderful world. Man, oh man, what a vacation I was in. Listen, here goes Mark trying to join us again. I'm telling you, what's going on, Mark 21 lights and Luke, the 21 Marshall, he's over here joining the easy room. He around here somewhere. We're gonna see if he manages to call her. So, folks, that is all the special birthdays. That's Nicole. That is Julio. That is Jake St. Patrick. That is to our whole special Chill Will, and of course Lennox Guillermo Mejia. Folks, that is all of the birthday shout out. And your moms. Oh, and Mark's mom. Oh, listen. Let's make sure we give a big birthday shout out to Mama Natal. How back said that? Mama Crespo. Mama Crespo. Let me make sure I get that one right. I'm about to get cussed out. Right? So we want to make sure we get a nice birthday shout out to Mama Crespo as well. Now, let's go ahead and move as we continue our celebrations, right? I would like to go ahead and start celebrating with, as you guys already know, you know we got that Knicks talk. You know we stay with that Knicks talk. And folks, it has gotten serious and it is starting to heat up. The New York Knicks have a current record of 24-23. They are currently playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. I do not have that game on currently as it stands because I am catching up and I am watching that Mio chick fight against nigga. What? Y'all don't know his name, but his name looks like nigga. What? So I'm watching that fight. I will definitely make sure that the first opportunity that we get, that we jump. Holy shit! Wait! Somebody that I know knows nigga Wad. Oh yeah. Look at that! I knew that. No, Natalie. It's actually very funny of the person that I know that knows Francis. Nigga, what? And I'm actually not surprised that they know him. This person tends to know a couple of famous athletes and celebrities every once in a while, and that's because they happen to dwell into the celebrity hair care business a little bit, right? But listen, I'm gonna get to that nigga what in just a minute. But before we get there, We're gonna continue talking about that Knicks stuff. So the New York Knicks, right, are currently 13th in the league, 15th in the conference, and 3rd in the division. They recently took a loss to the Miami Heat that you may have heard us talk about while we was on the air last time. Last time we was on the air was on Monday. I have to apologize to everybody that may have listened to that podcast. From what I heard, that podcast may have had some slight audio issues, so things may not have come through as clearly as you guys like. My apologies. That was episode 99. That is in the past. This is episode 100, and this one right now is what you're listening to, and this is what's on your ass. Go ahead and roll up that grass, puff, puff, pass, motherfucker. Let's get lit on this motherfucker together, right? New York Knicks took a loss recently, 98-88, against the Miami Heat, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This was one of those games that you actually thought while watching this game the New York Knicks had an opportunity to win. The first half of this game, both teams struggled very bad, very hard. This game was I think it was a 3-point game at the half, right? But what would end up happening is that the New York Knicks, right, their struggles would continue as the Miami Heat would suddenly find their stride, and Jimmy Butler, who barely had 5 points in the first half, would end up ending the game with 27 points, folks, scoring 22 of those points in the 22 plus of those points in the second half, turning it on in the third quarter. The New York Knicks couldn't really get themselves together in the third quarter, and next thing you know, they're looking at a 10-point deficit, and they just could never get themselves back into the game. Now, this was one of those games that Julius Randle, he did struggle, but it's one of those games that it makes you wonder, did Julius Randle struggle and just couldn't find his shot? Or did Bam Adebayo force Julius Randle to struggle? And I'm going to tell you, it was Bam. He came through, he took his Flintstones vitamins, he looked at that motherfucker, was like, bam, 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 bam. And as you know, Julius Randle isn't getting off what Julius Randle gets off, and he's looking like a shell of himself. RJ Barrett continuing to look, oh shit, we got the 21 Mark Salute calling up. We just gotta make sure no pots. I know this is South Florida. South Floridians like to celebrate with pots and pans, but we're gonna ask for you to refrain from your pots and pans this time around. It's a clear mark. Apparently we don't quite have Mark with us as of yet. Apparently.
Can you hear me?
Oh yes we can.
Alright. Yeah, what I was gonna say was that's why Randall needs a sidekick. RJ is doing the best he can, but he needs somebody. He needs that dude. Like I don't know. Like just a Bill. You know what I'm saying? He needs help. You know what I'm saying? Because he has Robin, but he needs a Batman. You know what I'm saying? He's Superman. Okay,
well I was about to say, who the fuck is he? Who is he, Alfred?
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's Superman, or he could be Aquaman. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's part of the table. You know, Green Lantern. I don't know, but he needs another superhero to sit on that table. He got Robin right now. Robin don't sit on the table.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Batman because he don't got no superpowers. He just works really hard.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he needs somebody. He needs some help. You know what I'm saying? Which when he struggles, the team struggles. You know, basically that's how. And then when Barrett gets busy, it's easier for him.
And remember, Barrett is still coming into his own. This is Barrett's only second professional year in the league. For the sake of the MyT Sports Podcast, we still consider him a rookie. So really, he's only literally 47 games into his career.
Look at that.
And he started to figure it out. Because I'm gonna ask you this about RJ Barrett.
He came in with Zion. You know, Zion could have been putting. You know, Zion got like 22 games, 20 plus. Like,
yeah, but Zion is a genetic freak.
Yeah, which y'all should have had, but you know that's another story.
Well,
I don't want to open that wound up. Let's keep those stitches in.
Listen. Apparently, all I've been doing is creating stitches this past week. But the New York, like, so with Julius, with what I'm gonna ask you about RJ Barrett, right? Before we get back into this a little bit, with RJ Barrett, has, in your eyes, right, being the Nets fan, the guy outside looking in, has he improved from the beginning of the year to this point?
Oh yeah, I think no, he's he's doing his thing. I'm just hoping he stays healthy. Like because last year that's why he plays so minimum games because he was hurt. Like you know what I'm saying? He stays healthy. He's getting that playing time, and they no experience like playing time, bro. Like
That's true.
practice time, that's all fun and dandy. But if you balling and you playing, that's and he dropping 20 at times. Like,
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
I can't set that shit up no more better than I did.
Listen, you know how I am. Every couple of weeks, there's a new drop or two that's added into the arsenal. All right, so as a Knicks fan, you accept what RJ Barrett is doing right now because you realize that he may not be the most consistent thing yet, but he's getting way better. And I remember when he was first starting off the season, he was taking 21 shots a game, and he was only making about 8-9 of them. But now when he takes 21 shots a game, he's now starting to make 11 to 14 of them. And that's where you want him. And it's on the plus side of 500 versus the bottom. And even though when he was on the opposite side of 500, it was like 45%, 43%
My
up.
fault. I got a phone call in the middle of fucking what I was saying. In the middle of practice.
Well, I couldn't hear anything, so,
Yeah, that's because I got a phone call. Yeah, he was like, practice? Couldn't set that shit up no better than I did. But Bullock, I gotta give Bullock some props, bro. Like, he's hit, like, that's their 3-point shooter. Like, straight up.
Well, unless you wonder,
like,
why is this now the first real opportunity that Reggie Bullock is getting? Because he's been on this team for a while now. He's been through a couple of these regime changes.
He reminds me of what he was doing in Detroit, though.
I don't remember him in Detroit at all. He was in Detroit?
Yeah, he was in Detroit. He was hitting threes in Detroit all the time.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him in Detroit. Maybe he was on the other side of 8 Mile Road.
I remember him in Detroit, and I was like, that kid is, he's okay, like, whatever. And that's when he started his hairstyle and shit. And I was like, all right. And then from Detroit, he went somewhere else. Then he went to New York.
Alfred Payton?
But that's that 3-point shooter, because he's banging them when they count.
Well, him and Alex Burke at this point in time. And Alex Burke has injury problems as well.
Yeah, he was in Utah.
So
he came from Utah.
So as we're talking about as that Julius Randle may need that second player, that other Robin, and I truly feel that RJ Barrett is Robin. What he needs is what he needs is Nightwing and Batgirl, and he's gonna need Alfred too.
Oh. Listen.
He needs somebody. He needs a cleanup guy.
Nightwing is Robin. Like, he needs to turn into Nightwing.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So right now he's Robin. He has a Robin. He needs a Robin that's gonna turn into Nightwing. He needs a bona fide guy that can hold down the city. He don't need a guy that he has to continuously keep on saving. He was like, holy double teams, Batman. Where do I pass the ball? Over here, bitch. I'm wide the fuck open. Like, like he doesn't need that. He needs another Nightwing, and I think RJ Barrett is more closer to Nightwing than he is than I think he is Robin. I think he's kind of in the middle. But what he does need,
what I'm saying. He's turning into Nightwing because Robin turned into Nightwing because he got older and he got more experience.
Yeah. But he still needs a Nightwing. He still needs a Batgirl.
He still needs Batman though.
He still needs a we got Batman. Listen, Julius Randle is Batman. What he needs is a Nightwing. He has Robin. He needs a Batgirl, and he needs an Alfred. He needs a cleanup man. He needs somebody to clean up all the garbage there and make shit look pretty. And that was supposed to be Mitchell Robinson until Mitchell Robinson broke his ankle.
He needs a Green Lantern. He needs a fucking Hawkman. And he needs a motherfucking...
Not everybody can be the Brooklyn Nets, okay?
And he needs an Aquaman.
Not everybody can be the Brooklyn Nets, okay? Not everybody can form their own Justice League, all right? Sometimes...
We got Superman, Batman. We got Superman, Batman, Green Lantern.
Sometimes
Hulk
all you
Man.
got is Luke Cage,
We got
Iron
Man, we
Fist,
got
and
motherfucking-
listen. Sometimes all you got is Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. Okay. Sometimes all you have is hero for hires. Everybody can't be the Justice League like you are. Okay. Every once in a while, all we can do is protect the
Y'all
city.
got motherfucking. What was this? What was that movie?
Y'all got Flash.
Dragonfly.
Y'all got-
Dragonfly. Y'all got Dragonfly, man. This shit.
I don't know. Yeah, we got Raccoon Man. You know, we got the Tick.
Got the Tick, that's-
We got Swamp.
man with the Tick.
We got
the
Swamp
Tick.
Thing. You know, like.
Yo, that shit reminds me of fucking Deadpool 2 when he was trying to get a team together, and he was like, yeah, I'm good. And then one died in the when they came off the plane, jumped into the plane. Watch the winds. Everybody died and shit except the girl. Her name was Luck. It's like you can't be named Luck. Like that is not a name. You just can't say you lucky and call yourself Luck. And she was like, but I am. And she was like.
We got listeners from
Shit,
Brazil.
y'all
Welcome,
like motherfucking Deadpool
Fabricio from Brazil.
That's
We got-
hilarious.
Yo, I wish my homegirl Debs was here so she could talk to you in Portuguese. I got a Portuguese translator. They're just late. This is what happened when you infect all of your friends with your colored people time. They all become late to everything that you do.
Are you supposed to have somebody there?
I invited everybody here. It's the 100th episode.
Yeah. It's like, nigga, everybody's invited every week, nigga.
And I told them I got gifts for them to come collect. Just pass through for 5 minutes. Now all of a sudden motherfuckers is in Boston. At the last minute, motherfuckers is taking trips to Jamaica. But yet when you see the pictures, there's snow in the background. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Like, that is not Jamaica, damn it.
like
That is
when the fuck is
motherfucking Fort
Jamaica
Lauderdale.
got snow and goddamn mountains? What the fuck? Oh shit! Like that is Fort Lauderdale Beach. What you mean Jamaica?
Jamaica.
Like, look at the palm trees.
yeah.
We're right near the beach. That's Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Yo, I'm from Jamaica. Where in Jamaica? Next to the beach.
Bruh, it's like if I wasn't in Jamaica, would I be wearing this hat? You bought that shit at the flea market. You've had that shit for 4 Halloweens now. Oh shit. Oh fuck. But yeah, I told all of everybody that I bought a gift for, I invited them over specifically here during the podcast to come grab it.
Nice.
So far, they're all letting me down. Alrighty. So let's really talk about letting me down, right? Because
So the Knicks ain't letting you down though. You
no,
can't
they're
say
not.
they're letting
They're
you
not.
down.
The Knicks are not letting me down. But somebody affiliated with the Knicks are letting me down. Because while the Knicks happen to be doing very, very good this season, and there's nothing but positive vibes and positive talk being around and around the team, we consistently keep running around over this little dickhead of a fucking problem named James Dolan as he continues to bocker up the fucking place. Again, James Dolan is in the news on some... The only way I could describe this to really put it into perspective, and you guys know how articulate I am. I am one of the most loquacious motherfuckers that you'll ever find in your life. Like, I got words out of the kazoo. I'm talking about, like, I pull shit out of the dictionary like bad bitches on the corner, right? So listen when I tell you that the only true words I can use to describe James Dolan is that he is on some consistent fuckboy shit.
I'm sick. I don't want to hear that.
And that's it. James Dolan is consistently on some fuckboy shit. And I don't get
Okay.
it. So now James Dolan decides to go ahead and kick out a fan. So he went from kicking out Spike Lee. Oh. He went from kicking out Spike Lee to kicking out Charles Oakley to having Patrick Ewing have issues maneuvering in that motherfucker, to now he is removing fans for wearing a t-shirt that says ban James Dolan. Why not make it a marketing thing? Like, if you were really that, like, this how you know he definitely got sand in his pussy. Like, I'm sorry, like, he is irritated like a motherfucker. I don't know if sand can easily get inside the dick. Are you reefer
But
for a man?
I was gonna
That's the
say,
reason why
is
I didn't
sand in
say.
the pussy irritating? How would you know?
I didn't say because I have enough female friends that have had sand in their vaginas to know. And if you've ever tried to have sex with somebody that's had sand in their vagina, it's very irritating. There we go.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Listen, sex on the beach is not just a drink, okay?
Sex on the beach is delicious.
So,
You ever had it? A little peach.
Oh,
Got a
listen,
little peach in it.
I love peaches. I can eat a peach for days.
You know, it's peach season.
Is it peach season? I'm gonna have to go to see. This why. Listen, hashtag bring back Freaknik.
Nigga, every day is peach season.
Oh shit! One of them actually made it through. What up, Johnny? What's that?
Bobby Jr. over here giving us a hard time.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I was
Who's
butthurt
that?
about that one. I was butthurt. We got Johnny join us. You okay? Just let you know. Wait, hold on. You will be on camera in about 5,
Oh, dude, this is
4,
a fucking nice news.
3, 2. Got Johnny there with me. He's now on camera. This is one of my boys, one of the members of the Brew Crew. All those Brew Crew t-shirts you always see me wearing. This is one of the 4 founding members. Basically, if we had to get our faces put up on the Mount Rushmore for Brew Crew members, it'll be our ugly mugs. I'm just saying. So while you sit there, okay.
So how does it feel to be part of the Mile High Club? The only Mile High Club you probably ever be part of.
Go, listen, it was out like part of the Mile High Club. Listen, going there, we had the road to ourselves and blankets. Okay, so before I disappear from the camera, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you choose which question you want.
No, fuck.
Basketball or football?
Football.
Okay. How do you feel about your team maneuvering all over the goddamn place to get whatever draft pick they got right now? Go. You pick this.
Oh, who you think they're gonna pick? That's the question.
But
Nah, it
we can
depends
ask
on-
follow-up questions.
Is that Mark?
That's Mark.
Oh, what the hell? Where's he
Okay.
at? I mean,
He ain't underneath my desk. Like, he was like, where's Mark at? Oh, he finally started talking once you got up. His mouth was not full. He's not underneath my desk.
nah, I don't know who they're gonna
This
pick.
is how you could call in. Through the Podbean app, you could call in, and this is how you call in and interact with the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know who they're gonna call, but I mean, with all the moves they made, I think they're trying to
And
build something.
if you see right there, see who else is in the chat room?
Oh shit!
You can say hello.
What's up? I know I'm allowed to, I guess.
Johnny just realized that you're in the chat room now.
That's not the best picture I've
nah.
ever seen. So, alright, you know.
And then if you ever need your reading done, then you go to holyshift.com to go get yourself a reading. That is WHOLEE shift.com. Go talk to Poe and you get a reading done. Tell him the MyT Sports Podcast sent you, and you may even qualify for a discount. Yo, listen, holla if you hear me. Scoop Daters! Scoop Daters! Scoop Daters! Scoop Daters!
Niggas all excited. You got way too much energy for me right now, but it's cool.
B, it's the 100th episode of the motherfucking podcast.
Yeah, nah, that's just legit.
Yay!
And this month.
So, like, I have to be. Okay,
So what you bring back from Denver?
so you already know what's gonna happen. Well, you already know what I brought back from Denver.
Oh, I know.
But this is for you.
This is that.
I think
Just make
that's
sure you
gone
write
already,
your
isn't
name
it?
on
I
that
think
golf
all that
ball
shit's
because
gone.
all you guys got the same looking golf ball.
Denver's gone.
This is badass. Yes.
Listen, I told you I was part of the Mile High
Yeah,
Club.
buddy. Oh,
Listen,
I love it.
I was like, hi, hello, how you
So
doing?
were you able to bring back some goodies or no?
I came back with more weed than I anticipated.
Nice.
I came back with like an eighth of weed accidentally in the purse.
Really?
I thought it was in my
Allegedly.
I thought allegedly. If we were to bring like it would have accidentally have been in the purse. There was like an eighth in there, and then allegedly there was also like about I think about 4 joints
And another
in
one.
a container.
And another one.
And allegedly,
And another one.
I ate all the gummies before I left.
How were the stores out there?
Well, I only really went to 2 stores because I really stocked up on the first store. Like the first store we went to, like it had everything that I needed, and we just spent like $500 there, and just, which I said like it's probably the best thing ever, like being a pothead and being able to go to the city that serves pot like that, is that you can go get your weed like it's water. You know what I mean? So like when we were ready to smoke the next day, like we went to go get something to eat. So went to some place like I think it's called like something 3, like Studio 3 or some shit like that. Talked to Anthony. Anthony told us where to go get the bud at or whatever. And then we went there, climbed up 5 flights of stairs because the fucking elevator was broken. And fucking just walked in there, grabbed the bud and walked out, and then started smoking right in the street. Well, first we like the first couple times we were only smoking like the fucking cartridge pen, and then the last day we were like fuck this, and we just smoked because the pens were basically done, and we just smoked all the joints that we had left.
Yeah, I've never been there, man. I want to go.
It's definitely a place to go, and I would say definitely go around spring break because it won't be too super cold, so you'll still get to see.
Was it packed?
No, not cold.
They do snowboarding?
Yeah, I didn't do snowboarding. We hopped on the snowmobiles.
Oh, that's what's up.
And we also.
Was it like jet skis and shit, or just?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
But you're able to stop.
Jet skis on the snow.
Yeah, you're able to stop. Yeah, but you're able to stop.
Yeah, because on water you can't stop. You gotta fucking
slow down.
Yeah, do some shit or just jump off.
It's basically that same concept, and then we also did some tubing. So like they dragged you.
Okay,
they dragged you to the top of the mountain and they pushed you down.
Yeah.
That shit was fun. Like I didn't realize they pushed me. I was like, I'm going down the mountain. I'm like, wait, did you push me? He's like, yes. I'm like, that's the push? I feel wrong. Oh shit, this is awesome.
Awesome.
Let me get on my belly. I was like, woo! MyT! I'm trying to start an avalanche in this big bitch!
You guys flew Spirit up that way, or just?
Yeah, we flew Spirit.
Oh. Well, hey, I own fucking stocks with them, so thank you.
What?
No, I said I own stocks with Spirit, so.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I didn't make any of the plans. Like basically, like I literally went last minute, and then on the last minute of the last minute, a friend decided to come with me.
Okay. That's what's up. That's a good time.
That's exactly what kept it up. So, listen. Okay, did you ever answer my questions about your Miami Dolphins and how they feel about?
I think they're just building a dynasty, dude. In my mind, I think they're gonna stick with Tua as long as they can, and then I think they signed some third string or second string quarterback that has some sort. I can't remember who it was. Didn't they sign somebody?
No, yeah. Like, listen. Let's ask the real question. Are you happy or mad or sad to see Ryan Fitzpatrick go?
I'm sad.
See, you see. Now you know how we felt as Jets fans. like he's one of those weird dudes.
He's that dude,
he's
man.
He fucks up, but he's lovable.
He's lovable.
And I really wanted him to go to the Patriots.
Oh,
just
fuck
so he,
that.
No, only so he can finish off the division.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Or be like McCown and fucking have a jersey for every fucking team that he plays.
It'd be like Connect Four.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He would be the only person to play for every team in the division and actually have a winning record with them.
I saw a meme about Lamar Jackson. They try to get Juju Smith. They try to get a bunch of people and pay him even more. And everybody they got stayed with their own team. And they were like, we tried Lamar. Like I think it was Lamar or somebody like that. But
no, yeah, listen, probably is because Baltimore didn't really make any
anything.
splashes.
They didn't make any moves.
I think the Jets made more of a splash with the wide receiver. The Giants made a splash.
Yep.
Like, yeah, and as you know, the New England Patriots, they just basically brought all their stuff back and cannonballed it.
Yep.
They did more to take a splash. Yep. They were like, fuck that. Like we're cannonballing in the shallow end.
I don't know, man. I want to see what Cam Newton's gonna do next year, but I'm not sold. But we'll see. Bill Belichick. I'm sold on Bill Belichick, but I think Bill Belichick is pissed off right now that Tom won a Super Bowl without him. You know what I mean?
Now, you think Tua's the one?
I don't know, dude. I think they put him in too soon, too quick. I think he built some muscle over the off season. Because obviously I follow a bunch of fucking social media, and you see the before and after. I think that I just think he needs to be a little bit more impatient. I think the game's very fast when you go from college to the NFL, and I don't know. I think him not having Fitzpatrick on his side next year, we're gonna see. We definitely gonna hopefully not see a difference. But if there is a difference, we'll know why. You know what I mean? Because Fitzpatrick was that teacher. He was just the one that was telling him what to do. Like they just had a bond. At least on camera, it seemed that way. You don't know what happens behind the scenes.
And from what I've heard from the Bills locker rooms in the past, the Jets locker room, when he was with them, and now from you said he's always that kind of dude. He's always like that because he always realizes that he's a bridge quarterback. And you have to remember, if the team that he was ever with previously was like, nah, he was a kid in the locker room. He's basically he's kept his career for being a good bridge guy and a good locker room guy. So he's always been that extra person. And remember, like he's willing to be flashy and goofy with everybody. Like,
he ain't gonna be flashy like that. He owned Miami, meaning like he was the only dude that could pull off what he pulled off down here, wearing the fucking the button-down shirts and the button shirt with white straight Guido. Like he was just straight, like
he was the only person he could get away with that in New York too. Like he could get away with being part of Bill's Mafia and going through
Bill's Mafia. He got away with that.
Yeah, like he always he's a social. He's a I won't say a social chameleon, but he's a locker room chameleon.
You need a fucking refrigerator up here. You know that?
That's basically the only thing this room is missing.
Yeah,
That's basically what you're saying.
I want a beer so I could drink a beer and leave, and you don't even have a refrigerator.
So Mark, how soon do you get here?
He's already down the street. He's downstairs. He's probably at the door.
Cause as soon as you get it, let's bring 3 beers up here. Let me see if he's off air already.
Yeah, he's off. He got off already.
Yeah, he's off air already. So
he's probably down the street.
He must be pulling up very shortly.
Yeah, this is cool, man. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, Colorado was dope. Like I said, it's a complete vibe. And,
it is.
And it's something to be done. And the way that we did it too is that we did 2 in the city.
How'd Munchkin do?
Munchkin loved it because this is like
the first time she saw snow.
No, she's been to New York during like New Year's. And I want to say like she's been to like one of the Carolinas or Virginia or something. So this is like her 3rd time maybe seeing snow, but she still loves it because she never sees it.
Yeah.
The friend that I went to Colorado with, that was the first time she saw snow.
So
that was dope to see. I was like, oh shit, this is your first time fucking seeing snow. So to see like that, and then like, and the funny thing is, as soon as we got to the mountains, we did 2 in the city and 2 in the mountains. As soon as we got to the mountain at the convenience store, we parked and it started snowing.
No, that's what's up.
So I woke, and I had just woke, cause anytime I'm not driving or shit, I'm not the fuck out. You already know.
Yeah.
Fire to the face.
Yep.
You can tell that story on air anytime you want. This is what happens here. Like, you guys just think I talk sports. I talk sports, politics. Well, you also listen too.
Yeah,
so like, you do listen.
You go all over the place. But that's just you. You're on a roller coaster. You're like, oh, and then ADD.
I do. Listen, I always tell people if I was born 10 years later, I would have been on Ritalin for ADD, but because I was born when I was born, I was on take your ass outside and play, or take your ass to bed before I give you something to cry for and put your ass to sleep. Like I was just lucky enough. But 10 years later, and I would have been docile like a motherfucker. Like, don't talk about me like that. Instead of, bitch, what you say? Shit. But it's better this way. At least I know how to handle my emotions for the most part. So, you okay with your Dolphins?
I'm very interested how the Heat's gonna pan out right now with all the moves they made. I mean, wow. So let's actually make that transition from Knicks talk right into player movement, because there's been a lot of player movement in the last week. That's because the NBA free agency happened last week. We didn't have a podcast last week, so there was a lot of players that moved. And initially, right, for the majority of the NBA fans, right, and we ain't gonna count down here because down here is a different vibe as well. Exactly.
Right? Oh, is Mark trying to get back into the phone?
No, probably he's just trying to get inside.
Oh, okay.
The house.
There you go. No, did you lock the door?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah. Oh shit. For the most part, this is gonna be a badass fight. This is a dude I wanted to see fight. This is one of the fights I definitely want to see. I'm watching that UFC fight from the other day, the Miocic fight. For the players that were being moved, for the most part, all of the hoopla and speculation and the flashy
Brooklyn?
lights is around Brooklyn and LA. That's all we really want about.
I want to see where the bench is.
And that's really all the uproar was about, right?
Yep.
Is LA Lakers get Andre Drummond. Oh my god, I can't believe it. You know,
but isn't LeBron out for the season anyways? Or is he back?
What's that?
Isn't LeBron out for the season regardless?
Well, LeBron James has right now. I know he's currently out. He is out with a hold. And I know why. I know why Mark was off the air now. Okay, folks, as you guys already know, at the 9 o'clock hour on every Wednesday podcast, we do what's called our 21 light salute. We have a 21 light salute in honor of everybody that has been affected by COVID-19. So if you guys don't mind bearing with us, it is about that time again. And the 21 light salute that was brought to us by our very own Mark, our 21 Mark, Mark. You guys know. Listen. We got to get these lights. The other lights over there. Okay, guys. So here we go. We're gonna flick these lights 7 times for all those that has been affected by COVID. Let's start now. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Folks, again, that is a 21 light salute in honor of all of those that have been affected by COVID-19. Don't forget, guys, you can go ahead and join this as well. All you gotta do is take a quick video of yourselves, flicking on your lights 7 times, and go ahead and share that with the hashtag 21 light salute, and you can go ahead and join this wonderful, wonderful cause. Again, now let's go ahead and get back into the show. So, we were talking about the players that have just recently moved, right? Yes, that definitely was my team. So we're talking about the players that have just recently moved, right? And a lot of the uproar was around the Lakers and around the Brooklyn Nets. And while the Andre Drummond move didn't make as much stink as it did, the Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge move did. And here goes everybody crying. I feel like again because I'm not gonna lie to you. After the Heat uproar, I said this to you guys. I was like, watch what happens. It wasn't so much so that LeBron James chose Miami. It was that the best player tucked his tail and he ran somewhere. Mm-hmm. Right? It's under the same concept and it's under the same belief system that, if the coach is able to hold the best player on their team accountable, then he's able to hold everybody else accountable. If the best player on the team curses out the coach, it makes it feel like everybody on the team curses out the coach. But when the best player in the world goes and makes his own super team just to win, guess what everybody else says is okay to do? It's okay for me to make my own super team. Now,
your own dream team.
LeBron James's big stick was because he was one of the only few people to do it within the first 10 years of his contract. Yep. And he didn't wait till he was fully in his prime or slightly out of his prime to do it. He did it before his prime. Right, yeah, you know what I mean? And that's also part of the stink that he got. For some of these guys, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's past his prime. Let's not get that out of it. It's past his prime. It's like LaMarcus Aldridge would have been like Houston or those LA teams signing Robert Horry. You know what I mean?
Blake Griffin is past his time.
Yeah, Blake Griffin passes and also Blake Griffin hasn't been motivated either
at all.
So
maybe this will motivate
Blake Griffin was on like a 380 something day no dunking streak. Mm-hmm. We had a bet on over and under when he was gonna make his first dunk. I said it was gonna be after 6 quarters. Everybody else picked within 6 quarters. I was wrong. Everybody else was right. He dunked in the very first quarter. But that's because he finally found his motivation again. It's like he wasn't trying to put his body at risk for a team he wasn't going anywhere with. So all he did was take jump shots. We saw Andre Drummond taking jump shots at the end of Detroit. He don't even got a jump shot. At least Blake Griffin kind of got one.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? So these are more guys that's past their prime. Now as far as KD and James Harden and Kyrie Irving, these guys are probably more smack in the middle of their prime than anything else. So even they kind of fall a little under the moniker. But still, the way that these 3 guys and then now 2 more guys, the reason why they feel all comfortable about it, because you know what? The generous King James did it. You know your generous King James, where everybody gets a ring on his watch. He's like Oprah with the rings. You get a ring, you get a ring, you get a ring, you get a ring. Everybody gets. So when ultimately we still can have this discussion, right? Because I've teased people, right? I'll ask you this. LeBron James is currently on ring number 4, right? 4, yes.
4, yeah. He won 2, 3, 4, yeah.
If he three-peats with the Lakers, right? Will you put him on par with Jordan?
No.
Now, let me also add this in there. Mind you, if he three-peats, he will officially by this time be the all-time scoring leader.
Mm-hmm.
He would have moved into the top 5, if not top 3, in all-time assist leader. This will give him 6 rings, 12 times to the championship. And I ask you again, I ain't gonna say better. We're just gonna ask, would you put him on par? Like Black Lives Matter. We ain't gonna say, oh, he's better than. We just ask, does he matter? Do we matter? Do we matter? It's like, we're gonna ask, is he on par? Would you put him on par with Jordan?
I mean, I wouldn't put him in the same caliber because Jordan is Jordan. You can't compare anybody to Jordan. Just like you can't compare anybody to LeBron. LeBron is LeBron. LeBron is his game is completely different than Jordan ever was. You know, that's like comparing somebody, a QB from the 90s, let's say Troy Aikman or...
I can compare LeBron to somebody from the 80s. He's magic.
Oh, yeah.
With more athleticism.
Yeah.
If LeBron wanted to,
But
his very first year in his career, he could have played center and covered for his team.
Nobody compares him to Magic.
Nobody compares him to Magic enough.
So,
yeah, he's basically
right.
Magic. He's Magic with Michael Jordan's athleticism.
Exactly. You know, so... I wonder when I see him. I wonder how much longer he has left in the tank. Just because I don't know if he's still ready to give up. I think he really wants to make sure he's still in the league when his kids in the league playing NBA, and just because it's good for TV. You know what I mean? And it's just because Dwayne Wade did it right. Dwayne Wade just walked away. He was like, I'm too old for this shit, man. I'm out.
Well, he tried to leave first, thought he was better than what he was. And then he realized, like, yeah, I'm just going to go home and have my tour.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I'm
it
not
worked
who
out.
I thought he was.
And
Well,
he worked out.
It definitely did. It definitely did work out.
It worked out.
Damn, I was gonna ask you something. So, actually, I was going to tell you something. So, you already know how I feel about LeBron James, the great LeBron James. I'm willing to say this now. I'm willing to call him this regularly. The great LeBron James on a regular basis. Listen, even KJ has given me a round of applause for my breakthroughs on the podcast. Like, we're making strides here. 6 years it took. Actually, it took his whole career, but 6 years on the podcast, making strides, right? If he does what I said he just did, if somebody came to me and said, LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, I'm no longer arguing with them.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they're right.
We're not saying that they're wrong.
I'm no longer arguing with them because now I can fully understand their point of view. But it's going to take for him to pull off a three-peat. At least one three-peat in your career. He should have did that shit in Miami.
He should have, yeah.
He needs at least one three-peat. Yeah. And then it's going to have to be coupled with being the all-time scoring leader.
And not because I'm just a Miami fan, but there will never be a duo the way it was with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. They won't be. I mean, they had fun playing, and their teammates had fun playing. Everybody had fun on that team.
I'm sorry, I saw Jordan and Pippen play.
Well, okay, but I'm just talking about now.
Okay.
Jordan, and I saw. Wait a minute. Jordan was a different thing because Jordan was competitive. I saw the fucking. Did you see the documentary?
I remember that. I remember all of it.
And I saw it, and Buddy, he was an asshole, man. It was pretty cool to see.
We knew he was an asshole.
And
we knew that he looked for something every single
team
game.
thing or whatever that they went out and people going back and forth with him and Magic. That shit was amazing. They don't got basketball like that no more. This is not basketball, dude. Fucking.
This is basketball without borders.
Yeah, like what the fuck? But yeah, man. No, I agree. Like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't argue with anybody comparing him to Jordan or saying, oh, who's better or whatever. But listen, LeBron was able to. He went to the Heat. Without him, we wouldn't have won our championships. Legit. All right, I'll be honest with you. He went back to Cleveland. And he did it on. He wanted to do it. It was a one-hit wonder, and he bounced because he ultimately, I think, he wanted to go to the Lakers, and just do that.
All he ever wanted to do was bring a championship to Cleveland,
and that's it.
And the moment he got that was really the biggest monkey.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I should say the biggest monkey off his back because his first one was the win a championship. The second one was try to bring one to Cleveland
because that's what he promised.
And then now after that is
now I'm gonna do me.
Solidify his legacy, which is not just on the court, it's also off the court.
And he's playing for one of the most historic teams in the league.
LeBron James just recently invested $750 million to be a partial owner of the Boston Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
He already owns a portion of a soccer team, if I am not mistaken. But now this is his bid into baseball team, which is really weird because I thought he was a Yankees fan. But
he's a money
LeBron
fan.
James, just like how he switches teams, and most LeBron James fans, he's a fair weather fan, and he goes to wherever popular, or in this particular case, to wherever the money's at, and whoever will let him in with his money. Because I guarantee you, he didn't just. I guarantee you, Boston wasn't the first place he considered.
He was
the fact that Boston's the first place that let him in actually says something even more shocking about the whole rest of the whole entire baseball league and the stick they have up their asses.
And Boston, that's the Northeast, man. Let me tell you something.
And Boston is let's be serious. Boston is known as one of the up north racist cities of the world.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So we'll just put that there. Even though
point taken.
Even though a lot of Bostonites will be like, yo, it was really not like that. It's really, but
no, it's like that.
It's enough.
I was up there.
More than enough.
It's like that. It's like that.
It's more than enough. And if you have more than enough that's willing to shout that shit during basketball games, then you have more than enough because they feel comfortable. Yeah. Because I guarantee you this. Ain't nobody yelling those kind of obscenities down here in South Beach because when I swing on that motherfucker, you know what's happening? Hey, yo, but now, what he said? You don't talk to him like that, what the fuck you mean? He's like, and it's a rap, pots and pans, beat pots and pans. So let me talk about the pots and pans going off. How do you guys feel about getting Victor Oladipo?
Yet to be determined. I got to see how this is all going to mess together.
Let me reframe this. Granted, he stays healthy, and you got because what I say is that have faith, and I have to tell you guys this a lot more times than I really like to, because I hate talking good about the Miami Heat, right? Have faith in your culture, because I think sometimes I have more faith in your and I'm telling you. You know what I fully believed in Miami Heat culture? It was after Dwayne Wade left.
I believed in it when the bubble.
I'm looking at that's not when I believed in it.
No, I know. No, I believed in it, but I'm just it showed itself in the bubble.
It was on full display, but it was after Dwayne Wade left, and the Miami Heat was still battling for a playoff spot. And I remember this a couple years ago on the podcast. Like I said, Wade had left, and I'm looking on that roster, and I'm like. Who the fuck is on this team? Yep. Outside of the Dragon, and he's hurt again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's when I started to be like, damn. Because until that moment, I can also fully say I never fully believed in Coach Spoelstra.
Yep.
Because you got handed some super teams.
Yep.
And I've been on the record on this podcast saying that Heat's culture was solidified at one particular moment in time. There's a flashpoint. And that flashpoint is when LeBron James went to Pat Riley and tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired. Mm-hmm. And when the best player in the world can't get a head coach fired, and that coach is chosen over the head coach, that solidifies your culture in that city. Look what happened. Like just think about it. Kind of like in San Antonio, you know Greg Popovich is never going to go anywhere. Even though they were kind of dysfunctional, they consistently kind of made it into the playoffs, even though they never won a playoff game. The Cincinnati Bengals for all them years, they knew that coach was going to be there for 10 years. Now with Chucky in Las Vegas, you know what I mean? Those first couple of years, you're like, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? But it made everybody else realize he's the guy that's here for 10 years. You fall in line and listen to him, or else you're gone. And he controls your fate. So when you have scenarios where the coach is fully empowered, it sets your culture. And that was the point that set the culture. But I hadn't fully realized it then. As I told you, it's after Dwayne Wade left, and I'm looking at you guys fighting for a playoff spot, and I have no clue who the fuck is on that team except for fucking chubby Dion Waiters.
Where's he at now? He's out of the league.
I don't know. He's having a bad trip somewhere. Yeah. And I mean that in all kinds of double entendres.
He's the only person got kicked off a fucking team because he smoked some weed or ate some gummies or some edibles on a plane ride and was like he had the only bad trip.
Listen to this, guys. He just said this. He's the only person kicked off the team for smoking weed, and they had Michael Beasley. Mm-hmm. Just remember him. He was damn near out the league for weed, but not while he was with the Heat.
Now I saw that they're not even testing for weed no more.
They stopped testing for weed a couple years ago.
Yeah, but now they just made it public. I read it the other day.
Just made it.
Yeah.
Like, we came to the light of it. We started realizing that the NFL still had players popping hot for weed, and we hadn't heard a drug case come out the NBA in years. Let me talk about, because that was the only thing coming out of the NBA was really weed cases. And now you may hear a steroid case. The guy Aiden from Phoenix. That's their center. Mm-hmm. He popped up hot for steroids. I think it was maybe last year or 2 years, because he missed like the first half of the season. It's the first year they had just gotten the coach that they currently have now. Mm-hmm. And they were working on rebuilding that culture to try to see if they could get Devin Booker to try to stay there a little bit. Mm-hmm. So back to reframing this question. Have faith in your culture, right? Because like I said, like your culture has fully proven itself to me time and time again. And what happened to me in the bubble, what your culture showed to me in the bubble was that Miami is a double-edged sword. Like, they do have that culture, but they still have that distraction. Mm-hmm. And what the bubble showed me is that when you no longer have to worry about La Playas and putas, you can do your thug thizzle. Because I was like, remember, see, that's why I said on the podcast every day last year. When I saw Orlando beat Milwaukee in the first round, the first game of the first round, right? I was like, oh shit, the Miami Heat are going to the championship. I knew it then and there because I was looking at the rest of the way. I'm like, if Milwaukee loses one game to Orlando, they're gonna lose 4 to Miami. Because Miami, think of how good Miami was playing, and now they don't have distractions. Mm-hmm. What distractions? They have the biggest of them all. La Playas and putas. Mm-hmm. Every time you turn around.
Everybody down here in Miami. Everybody.
You understand? La Playas, putas, and celebrities. You know what I mean? So, like, once they got in the bubble, that's the reason why I say I think it's gonna be harder for them. More than any other team, it's gonna be harder for them to redo that because.
Then they don't. Yeah, I see it, and you see it. You can see it. I mean, they
South Beach is his own distraction.
Yeah, they're losing games left and right for no reason.
Well, you guys just had a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah. And we finally beat fucking. I think it was the Knicks. Yeah.
Yeah, they came off their 6-game losing streak by beating the Knicks 98-88.
And I think they're playing right now. And I think they were down when I was checking earlier.
Yeah, like once these fights are over, if the Knicks game is still on, which I doubt it will be, I'll be switching over there. But I really need to watch this fight. I should have watched it.
Oh no, they're winning up. They might. There's 1 second left, and they're up by 3 against the Pacers.
Who, the Heat?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Let's see if we have any other additional score updates for you guys. We'll keep you guys posted on those scores in just a little bit. So, back to framing this question, right? Where he's done. I seen him come down with that haymaker. Like, he was already out, but the referee hadn't stopped it because the referee was gonna try to see if he had a second to like defend himself, and no, he didn't. This dude took a loss the last fight, and he's one of those entertaining people.
He dyed his hair.
He does dye his hair like a little Skittles. He has a little Jew fro.
Yeah, they won by 3. That's what's up. All right, I'm happy about that. Good for him.
So, Oladipo, granted he's healthy, and you guys manage him correctly. Maybe help get him better conditioned, right? Or ooh, look at that. He caught him with a spinning back kick to the fucking ribs. That's that calf kick that you have to start looking out for in the UFC. That shit is fucking up everybody. Bam, caught him with a fucking shin to the fucking nose. Stumbled him. Look at that. Got him looking like Dirt McGurk. Look, caught that front kick. Look at it. Look at it. Educated feet. Again, a calf kick. Can't take those. You gotta know how to check those in the UFC. Now, that's the new thing in the UFC. Ooh!
Oh!
Fucking front kick to the knee.
That's legal?
Yes, that's legal. As long as it's not directly on the knee, it's kind of like above the kneecap. It's right on the thigh area.
Bye.
So you can't kick them in the knee. So if you look at it, every time they do it, it's right above. It's like that meaty part, right above the kneecap. But it still does the same exact thing. Like it hyperextends the fucking. Look at his face. Look at his face. It's exactly how we were. I'm not gonna lie. One of the things. This is one of the great things I love doing is watching live sport events during the podcast. So sometimes you can just get that live reaction because, damn. But this O'Malley, he's excited. He's one of those young guys to watch in the UFC. And like I said, more than anything else, he's excited. He's excited on the mic and he's excited in the ring.
That's a total show. Right.
So
What else you got? Cause I gotta get going.
Granted, okay, so I'll finish you off with your Oladipo question, and because I really want to know. Granted, he stays healthy. You guys manage his minutes, everything like that. How do you feel about him if he's able to stay healthy and stay managed?
I think he's gonna be an asset to the team. I mean, anything right now, just because it's just that they're missing something. I mean, if you see him play, they're missing something.
Missing a second person that can get their own shot.
Because they can't keep on giving. They can't just keep on depending on Butler. Tyler Hero, I don't know where he's at this year. Fucking, the one dude that made some stupid fucking comments, he's out, and he was alright. He was in all that, but he's the only center we have. Because to be honest with you, what centers do we have?
Come on, Miles Leonard. Miles Leonard's officially out of the league right now.
Yeah, he's out. He's done. He got traded for somebody, and then they let him go.
And they cut him very quickly.
Yeah, nobody got time for that shit.
No, yeah, he did some anti-Semitic shit. Like he called somebody a kike or whatever.
Kike, yeah, some shit.
On playing video game like die kike.
Like,
I
dude,
was like, whoa.
you gotta be, you're a professional athlete, and all eyes are on you. Number one, you shouldn't even be using in the world we live in today. Even if you're playing around, you shouldn't be even fucking talking that way, just because it is what it is.
Like put it this way, I would never talk, and for full disclosure, I would never if I was on that, if I would get on that stage that they're on, I could never talk how we talk to each other.
No, there's no way.
When we're in our circle of black people, Spanish people,
No,
Jewish
you
people,
can't.
Asian people, you know what I mean? Italian people. Like we have a little bit of everything, and we're very, very offensive towards each other. Like, we tell the racial jokes, we do a little bit of everything. Like, I never talk like that, how I talk. If I ever had to be on a show where my verbiage was monitored, like, thank God for the podcast, so I can say damn anything I want, but even this, sometimes I gotta worry about, like, shit. When I blow,
you don't want
like what can somebody listen to in 6 years of potting that could come back to me?
and
I'm like,
haunt you.
And you know me, listen, I'll listen. Yeah, I said it. Like,
Yeah.
listen to the whole thing. Yeah, I said it. I take nothing that I said at that time. It was no thoughts at the time. Like, if it's something I needed to grow and progress from, I guarantee I would have grown and progressed from it. If it's something that just happened to rub you the wrong way as you wipe the sand out of your vagina, then guess what? Rub the opposite way.
Like everybody knows, man, right now is when basketball gets interesting because it's the last half of the year and people are going to see what teams are going to make what playoffs, and then we can move on. No different than March Madness. Nobody watches all the fucking college games that there is out there. Much more. Well, I don't. I'm not saying.
But I watch damn near every
Well,
NBA basketball.
well,
not the college game. I can't do that.
But
damn near every basketball
you do
game
because
is
you're a
highlights.
true fan or whatever. I mean, you're just a fan of basketball. I mean, for a regular schmo like myself, I watch, but it doesn't get interesting until just now after the All-Star break because of the simple fact that you're going to see if your team's going to make it to the playoffs. If not, what teams are, and then now is when it gets interesting because now it's when it matters. No different than NCAA. There's so many damn games and so many fucking schools that March Madness is a shit. And look, they got down to the Final Four and UCLA is playing Gonzaga.
Lewis is watching on YouTube. Brew Crew.
He's tired of changing diapers.
Shit, he's probably already out of diapers. He's probably already out of all the diapers that he got bought already. Except for the stuff that isn't for the baby's age already. So I know I bought diapers that wasn't for the baby's age. I bought like every stage of diapers for like the first 4 stages.
Isn't that Kardashian chick?
And isn't that Machine Gun Kelly or whatever his name is?
I have no idea, dude. All right, my dude.
Pimpin', appreciate you.
Thank you for the shot and the ball.
Well, thank you for the shot glass and the ball. Gotcha. all day. That's my boy Johnny. Thank you for stopping by on the MyT Sports Podcast. Appreciate all the love. Okay, now I don't feel so bad. So now, for the most part, most of you is off the hook, right? I feel a little bit better about this now. Like Lou, I already get why you can't make it here. Like you got a newborn. Like I'm not expecting you to make it here. Just let you know that I just got my my COVID test, my COVID shot or whatever. So as soon as I get the next one, and 14 days later, I'll be coming over. Listen, I am willing to wait. I am a patient man. I'll let you know, as soon as my 6 weeks is up, listen, I will beat it. Ain't no holding me back. I'll come sneaking in the window if I have to. Like, I mean, I know that's kind of aggressive, but I'm just saying, like, you won't even know that I'm there. Like, I won't even disturb anybody. Now, actually, speaking of no longer there, the New York Knicks, unfortunately, are going to be down an individual. And no, we are not talking about Mitchell Robinson with his broken ankle. We'll talk about that in just a second. who we are talking about is Coach Mike Woodson. Coach Mike Woodson is being rewarded by becoming, and this is one of the assistant coaches for the New York Knicks. As you may know, Coach Mike Woodson used to be the former head coach for the New York Knicks when they had Carmelo Anthony. Currently, as it stands, he's one of the assistant head coaches, and he's probably also highly responsible for a lot of the defensive schemes the New York Knicks are running currently as it stands, because right now he's kind of like in that defensive coach kind of role. So the New York Knicks are going to be losing one of their assistant coaches. It feels like they're losing their defensive coach, but this defensive coach is getting a head coaching job in his college alma mater of Indiana University. Yes, folks, he is going back to Indiana, and he is going to be a head coach there. So we want to, as much as we're going to miss him dearly, 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 we are very happy for Coach Woodson on his coaching opportunity in Indiana. Coach
Cleveland! This is for you!
Dig up, dig up, dig up, dig up, dig up, dig up, dig up.
I appreciate you, Lou. I see you hitting me up on all the multiple platforms. What it do, what it do, what it do. I don't know if you heard me tell you that, but you have a full pass. You have a full pass for not being able to make it here. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. You understand? Like, you got baby fever. Well, is it called baby fever? Like, you know what I'm trying to say. How was little one though? Like, how's the nephew? How's he doing? Is he a quiet baby? I feel like he's been a quiet baby. Like, every picture that you take of him, he looks like he's very relaxed. He's very docile. He look like he's just over there. I'm sick of this shit. I feel like that's him. Every single time you're taking this picture. But let me know. Is he a quiet baby? Is he a crying baby? Is he kind of in between? Like, does his his diapers stink as much as your farts do? Like I want to know it all. Let me know. All right, I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all the baby madness, right? So, again, shout out for Coach Woodson for him getting that coaching job. Now, somebody else that we need to actually kind of big up on the New York Knicks, and that is New York Knicks management and the New York Knicks players. Because the New York Knicks management and New York Knicks players, damn, I wonder if KJ's still having tire problems. I just thought about that shit. Oh shit. The New York Knicks didn't decide to make any particular moves this offseason, by the trade deadline, and for a lot of those reasons, it was simply because, well, one of them, teams were just asking too much. Teams like New Orleans, they wanted a little bit too much for guys like Lonzo Ball. A guy in Lonzo Ball who the majority of the league, or if the majority of the league doesn't know, then the entire league knows that, well, you know what, he's a free agency coming at the end of this year, and there really is no particular need to go out and give a king's ransom for somebody of Lonzo Ball's caliber when you could possibly just give him money in free agency next year, and the New York Knicks have tons of money to throw around. Basically, the New York Knicks aren't going to make the same mistake that they made with Carmelo Anthony, and they're definitely not going to make that mistake for LaMelo or for Lonzo Ball, or any of the Ball boys at that. I'm just saying, it's not happening again. That's how they got scorned the last time. So that's one of the reasons why the New York Knicks didn't make any particular moves. Another one of the reasons, and trust me, they tried hard. Another reason, they definitely tried hard. They went after Andre Drummond as hard as anybody could go because, as we said, like, not only did they want Andre Drummond to come in there and help solidify that center position and be a third center for them, right, to go alongside Mitchell Robinson and Nelson Noel, with Taj Gibson coming off on the bench and playing a fourth role or playing power forward sometime. But really what they wanted him for, or what they really wanted him for, was almost that kind of necessity, because at the end, because pulling up to free agency, Mitchell Robinson, the New York Knicks starting center, after coming back from a wrist injury, comes back, and around a week later, he breaks his fucking foot. So now the New York Knicks, believe it or not, they're kind of scouring for another center. Because I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you like a friend told me, right? You're not going to win or survive as the New York Knicks are. And I don't even feel like they can continue this What's going on? What's going on, Sold? I don't even think the New York Knicks can continue this winning streak, right? Or continue to be fully competitive the way they are. Stay at 500 and above 500, unless they add some more depth at that center position. Like that is they can survive with the guards that they have. They can survive with some of the small forwards that they have. But unless they add something else to that center position, I'm not quite sure they're gonna survive. Taj Gibson is not the answer. Nelson Noel is not the answer. You're gonna need at least another body in there to start absorbing some of this punishment, some of these blows, to give you a little bit of work, to give these guys a little bit of rest. None of these guys has been known in the last couple of years to be durable. So I'm not really convinced. I'm not confident on having these two guys being the only ones there. But the Knicks tried. The Knicks tried with all their might to get Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond was hell-bent on going to a contender. He wanted to go to one of these teams. And the team that he chose were the LA Lakers. Now, we all know what the LA Lakers look like when they're fully healthy. And right now, they don't have Anthony Davis in the lineup. He's going out. He's been out with his Achilles issue. They have LeBron James out, and he's been out with a high ankle sprain, I believe. Right? And the team has been looking lackluster without these two. And now you're going to add Andre Drummond, and then you're going to see this team, I guess, maybe they're going to try to start building that team or working the offense around Andre Drummond until these guys come back. But I'm not quite sure how he's going to fare alone on this team. But once they come back, we're talking about Andre Drummond. We're talking about LeBron James. We're talking about Anthony Davis. We're talking about Dennis Schroeder. We're talking about Kuzma. And we're talking about a highly competitive team. Really, what the problem is, or what the fear is, right? I wouldn't even say problem. What the fear is that, and remember, the phone lines are open, guys. Anytime you guys want to call into the podcast, the phone lines are open. Call in with any of your questions, or if you just want to hop into the topic, I got you, B. That's what we're here for. It's always a good time. I'm a little tipsy, alright? Let's let you guys know. I'm at the bottom of my second cup of the podcast, and we're only about halfway through. We're gonna see if we can make it through the other half. We probably will, because I have no more drink to drink. But if I didn't, this would have been a problem. Which means we're probably gonna have a problem, because I know Mark is coming up with some beer pretty soon. And it's gonna take me over that other end. Okay, so the New York Knicks and Knicks fans have been bothering me for some time now, right? And they've been bothering me with how they keep valuing their picks. And this is a topic I've been really wanting to get off my chest for some time. Now, the last couple of times I tried to bring this topic up, I end up having, I think I had Mark in the room with me, and I think we have gotten sidetracked, so I never got a chance to really go into this. But it's how the Knicks feel about these picks that they have, and kind of how they're valuing them. And I don't think the Knicks are realistically valuing their current picks. Because while the Knicks have a ton of picks, now, not as many picks as the Oklahoma City Thunder. KJ was napping. I'm telling you, I can't stand these niggas. Like this is how they treat the 100th episode. Like this is how important it is to them. I'm taking receipts. I'm taking receipts on all you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like this how you gonna do me? This how you gonna do me? I got papers on all you niggas. So okay. The New York Knicks, they're valuing these picks wrong. And while at some point in time, you want to gather picks. I'm sorry, Oklahoma City Thunder. They have 34 picks, people. In case you were wondering, damn, how many picks do Oklahoma City Thunder have? They have 34 picks. 17 first-round picks, 17 second-round picks in the next 7 years. Yes, folks. 34 picks in the next 7 years the Oklahoma City Thunder has. Now let's get back to the New York Knicks. And the New York Knicks have accumulated a decent amount of picks too, pounding out over the next couple of years. And New York Knicks fans have gotten to the point where they don't want to give up their valuable picks for players. And one of the players they didn't want to give up these valuable picks for was a guy like Lonzo Ball. was a guy like Andre Drummond. And I understand that you see that these guys are gonna get bought out, and these guys are gonna be on the open market next year. But it just wasn't them. Knicks fans didn't want to give up these picks, these valuable picks for guys like Bradley Beal either, right? So it made me start to wonder, why are Knicks fans holding on to these picks with so much value? And then I realized that the New York Knicks fans, they haven't evolved yet into their current state of Knicksdom. And what I mean by that is that the New York Knicks fans are still valuing all of their picks as if the New York Knicks are one of the worst 5 teams in the league. And that's how they're valuing these picks. And that's the reason why they keep that makes sense. And it's the only reason why they keep saying asinine statements like, we can't give up these valuable picks for some of these players. We don't want to mortgage our future and give away these picks for these players. But let me ask you this, New York Knicks fans. If you're the 13th best team in the league, you know what? Let's bring it down just a little bit. If you're the 16th best team in the league, I see you, KJ, popping up on the IG. The jig is up. I saw that. You were sleeping. I told the world already. And I told you guys, see? Like, he be having like 5 hours to spare. Like, he gets a workout in. Like, he goes and gets a manicure. He blows out his fro. He does about a couple hundred squats. You know what I mean? Like he practices some baby making. And then he be like, yeah, I couldn't make it, B. My bad. Like, he be like, I'm late. Like, he had all that. I already busted his balls once, but I had to make sure I said it so he can hear. So he knew I was talking about him on the podcast early. So then back to the Knicks and these picks. The New York Knicks are still valuing these picks as if they're a bottom of the road team. New York Knicks are the 13th best team in the league. Let's say they fall to the 16th best team in the league. That still doesn't make them a lottery pick, which means that the New York Knicks, as they currently are constructed, right? Let's say they're this team right now as they are. They're about a 500 team. A 500 record team doesn't get you a shot at the top 10 prospects in the league or coming into the league. What that does is get you role players, possibly, to add to your team. I don't think you guys are hearing me fully. Knicks fans, you guys don't want to trade your picks away for bona fide talent. Bona fide proven talent in the NBA. For draft picks that are going to turn into bench players. So you don't want to give up your draft picks for bona fide stars in the league. You want to keep it so you can get bona fide bench players. You understand what's going on here, right? Like I said, Knicks fans, you guys are starting to drive me a little crazy because I heard you guys talking leading up to the trade deadline, and I just saw somebody go night night nigga. And we not even on the nigga what fight. Oh shit! I thought he was losing. I gotta see how he caught him. All right. So, Knicks fans, you have to really look at the scenario that you're in. If you're gonna be this middle of the road team, right? That means you're not gonna qualify for any of the lottery picks, any of the true lottery picks, any of the true top 10 talent coming into the league. Oh, he caught him coming in with an overhand right, stuck him. He was hurt. He was wild. Had him up on the fence. Faked him with the left. Caught him again with the right. You know what I mean? Came with the right over the top. Came again with the left. Then he Then he caught him swinging. Dude was still hurt. Had nothing left to give. Swinging wildly for the fence. Not really teeing him up, but trying to tee off on him. Right? Ooh, caught him with a knee. Put him down on the ground. Dude was on top. Oh, then he choked him out. That's what it was. Yeah, he choked him out. He put him in a submission. That's what happened to him. He tried to hold on as long as he could. So speaking of hold on as long as you could, Knicks fans, you can't hold on to these picks as long as you're trying to hold on to these picks for. So walk with me down this scenario now. You're a 500 team. You make it into the draft. You have your pick. Your pick isn't a top 10 pick, so you don't qualify for any of that top tier talent. So what you bring in is middle tier talent. Most likely a bench player. A guy that doesn't really affect winning. Just kind of helps you fill in a gap or fill in a hole or fill in a roster spot. So now the next year, you continue to be a 500 team. And now you have less picks. You have to start understanding where you're at. And the value comes in how many picks now you have versus where you're picking at as a Knicks organization. Because you no longer have a pick that's a top 3, top 5, top 10 pick. No. You're in the other half of the scale now. You're in the playoffs. You're not in the lottery picks anymore. You're not one of those teams bidding for the best. You're bidding for guys that fit. Maybe a point guard that fit. Maybe a center that fits. No guarantee that guy's going to be a stud. And with you picking him that low, unless he completely blows you out of the water, you're not going to start him. You're going to make him earn every second of every minute like you're doing Emmanuel Quickly right now. A guy that you drafted with the 20-something pick. So if you go into next year now with a guy that just helps you continue to be a 500 team, where's the value in these picks that you have to continue to get guys that are middle of the road guys, that are filler guys, that are really good bench player guys coming out of college? To do what? Add to your bench? To keep you as a 500 team? A mediocre team? You know what I mean? Like you understand? So at some point in time, you really have to move these picks for better players, because as you're basically currently constructed, your picks are for bench players. So what you're saying, Knicks fans, is don't trade away these picks for stars. Let's keep them for bench players. Aren't you the same New York Knicks team was mad when the New York Knicks could only go out there and get Julius Randle and Marquise Morris and Alfred Payton and a bunch of guys that technically on every other team are bench players? But that's what you're holding on to your picks for, or for bench players, and you don't realize that. So listen to me, other Knicks fans that may have heard this podcast. When you hear your other irrational Knicks fans saying like, "Hey, we don't want to mortgage our future. We don't want to give up all of our picks for," then who do you plan on getting with these picks that are the 16th pick of the draft? As it currently is constructed, we would have the 19th pick of the draft. Who the fuck are you getting with the 19th pick of the draft? Somebody tell me that. A bench player. If you're really lucky, if you really scouted beyond anybody else, then you get somebody that falls you that's better. But you're basically getting some bench play at the 19th pick. These are the picks that you're holding on to that you don't want to give up for guys like Bradley Beal. I'm just saying. Knicks fans, really and truly evaluate what you say. What's going on, Booney? Welcome to the podcast. When you talk about not wanting to get away these picks. Now, what I can say is that, you know what? As of right now, the current Knicks, they're being rewarded for their good behavior. Granted, they also couldn't add the players that they wanted to, but they're also being rewarded by good behavior, because you know what? They weren't going to trade Mitchell Robinson. They weren't going to trade Julius Randle. They weren't going to trade Derrick Rose. They weren't going to trade R.J. Barrett. They weren't going to trade Nelson Noel. They weren't going to trade Taj Gibson. They weren't going to trade Alex Burke. They weren't going to trade Reggie Bullock. They have rewarded those guys with consistent play. Everybody else was on the books. Listen, I've been locked onto the tea leaves, right? Everybody else is on the books. They weren't going to give away those players. And these were players that teams wanted in those trade packages. And they refused to give these players away because they wanted to reward them for growth and for good behavior and for good play and for buying into the system that is leading these current Knicks team to being basically a 500 team. And while they're still doing all of this great stuff, they still have managed to have Dolan Bacher up the place. But let's move from that Knicks talk. Because Brooklyn has definitely been in the house for the last couple of games. Now, it's one thing that we definitely do want to acknowledge here on the podcast, and we definitely do want to highlight. We want to give a big up to an individual that we are very hard on quite too often here on the podcast, and that is one gentleman by the name of Kyrie Irving. And when we say that we're usually very hard on him, we're usually very, very, very hard on him. And one of the ways that we are hard on him is that, just like everybody else, we jumped to the conclusion. Actually, maybe we didn't. Maybe we were the only ones. But we're so hard on him that when we heard that Kyrie Irving was out recently, we jumped to some conclusions. We jumped to some nasty conclusions, right? And what we did is that we kind of pieced a couple of things together. It was like, wait, Kyrie Irving has a birthday coming up. Kyrie Irving needed to take some time out for family matters. Did Kyrie Irving just take some time out to celebrate his birthday? Oh, contraire, mon frere, that wasn't it at all. Mr. Flat Earth was not pulling the wool over our eyes this time. No! Kyrie Irving was having a brand new baby added to the family. Yeah, folks. So basically, he tried to steal Lewis's shine. Yeah, I said it. Like, he knew Lewis was having his kid. You know what I mean? But nah, he wanted to steal thunder from my boy Lewis, try to steal his shine and have his kid the same week and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you see that? Nah, fuck it. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Listen, I ain't the only one that thought Kyrie was onto some nefarious shit. Don't try to throw me the only one on the bus. Like, listen. There was some threads there. And I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one in the thread over there talking about, hold on, what did Kyrie Irving do? Boop, 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 boop. Like, I wasn't, listen, whatever. Listen. There was a lot of running over on Kyrie Irving in that thread. But luckily for us, we didn't make it on air before that happened. Because we was able to find out Kyrie Irving was having a baby and he's adding a nice little bundle of joy to his family, and we want to congratulate him on that. And we wish him and his family and his newborn baby nothing but health, respect, prosper, great energy, good chi, you know what I mean, like survival, prosperity. I don't know if I said prosperity already, but we wish him all of the positive energy in the world. We hope that, and we hope that little baby continues to thrive and becomes a great member of society. So we want to definitely give Kyrie that big up. And also the Brooklyn Nets, they happen to get another easy victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I say easy victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves because, you know what, there really was never any doubt that they was going to beat the Timberwolves. But the Timberwolves did manage to make this a game. And I don't even really think the Timberwolves managed to make this a game versus the Brooklyn Nets. They decided to start playing at a certain they started to start playing at a certain time. And once they told themselves they were gonna start playing for real, then everything was a wrap. Currently, the New York Knicks are up on that same Minnesota Timberwolves 90-80. The who else we have here? They're only showing me my favorite teams. I wanted everything. Like I ain't want my favorite teams. I wanted the whole enchilada. Yeah, what's going on, Goldie? My boy Ronnie, how have you been? You still in Cuba? Denver was a blast. Denver was a blast, by the way. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it every bit. Like I said, like to be honest, like to answer it all in one sum, like it was the highest I have ever been, and I mean that in all kinds of triple entendres. You understand? Like I joined the Mile Ha Club. Are you still there? How is Cuba? How is it? Is it kind of muggy hot? I picture it being muggy hot. I don't know why. I picture it being muggy hot. Okay, everybody. The phone lines are open whenever you want to call into the podcast. The phone lines are open for any and everybody to take your questions and to also yap and talk about any of these topics that you would like to talk about. Quarantining right now until Monday. Yeah, I have to self-quarantine myself from Lewis's baby as well. I came from out of town. They're not letting me shoot baby. I ain't gonna lie. Like, while I fully understand, I ain't gonna lie. It gives me the frumpy face every time I have to think about it. I'm like, God damn it, I would have canceled my whole trip for that shit. Like, you understand? Like, I was that close to canceling my trip to Denver. I don't have COVID, but it's the rules. Understand. I was this close to canceling my trip to Denver because Lewis was gonna have his baby while I was going to Colorado, and I didn't want to not be here for the birth of the kid. Denver. Yeah, I like Denver. I did really like Denver. It was a whole entire vibe, and like I said, and the bud was definitely a great. Like at first I thought it was kind of dry, but it was just that it breaks up so easily in your hand. Like it was like fine. I don't want to say it was like fine dust, but it just crumbled up into your hand, and almost like it was turning itself into keef the whole entire time. And then it was just nice and sticky, and it stuck to your hands, and oh my god, it smoked better than your girlfriend's freshly bleached asshole. Like, I'm just saying, the Uber driver was an asshole. Yeah, the Uber driver was an asshole. We call him Ahmad. We call him. that was his name. He was disgruntled because he got kicked out of Zumunda. Like it's just one of those things. Like he was definitely butthurt. Like he was definitely on one. But we ain't gonna talk about him anymore. Like he's gonna get his 15 minutes of fame. Like I got enough pictures of him. I'm gonna go ahead and make him famous. Put him on World Star. Tag him in all of the Uber accounts, and they'll have everything they need from him. Like unless he changes his license plate, like they gonna know who the fuck he is. Yeah, and you know what's even worse? You know how you know everything he did was bullshit? He reported the incident, why he couldn't complete that drive and had to take us back because he got into an accident. That's how much bullshit it was. That he didn't even report the fact that he took him back because he felt threatened because he thought I was taking his picture because he knew he could never say that shit, right? Because he would just look like the biggest pussy in the world. Sorry, I don't want to call him the biggest pussy in the world because pussies are very powerful things and they are wonderful, delightful creations, right? But he was definitely he was definitely the biggest bitch in the world. I am gonna say that he was acting like a female dog in heat that can't get any dog dick. Like that's exactly how he was acting. He was acting like he couldn't get any dog dick. Yeah, he was a full blown asshole. But that's what happens when you don't get dog dick. I guess he gets frumpy. You know, he was real frumpy. He was a little man with little problems. Look at me, I am the captain now. I'm sorry, Ahmad. I don't understand why he was tripping. He was tripping because he fucked up the first time. That's really what it was. Because he fucked up the first time by taking all our stuff off of his truck the first time because he read the job wrong. And listen, actually what ended up happening is that he ended up making the trip a whole lot better. But he read that job wrong, and he read it as an X job and not an XL job or whatever. And he told us that we didn't order the right one, but he took that job, and we had it right there on the app. Like, hey, no, this is an XL. But that was the problem the first time, and then when he came on the second time, he just didn't. Yeah, whatever. But after that, everybody else was great. Like Anthony at Area 3 was great. Fucking Nye that came back and took out and was able to drive us after that. He was cool. The fucking dude that was in the train station where they had it's the surf and turf place that had the creative cocktails. Like that motherfucker, I think his name was Andy or some shit like that. That dude was dope as fuck. Like everybody else was dope as fuck except for Ahmad. Ahmad was the only asshole. And to be honest with you, Anthony was like, I would have whooped Ahmad's ass. Like I would have straight fucked him up, B. He did what? What the fuck? Like this is Anthony. Yo, Anthony got a major tip. Anthony got tipped on the receipt. He got a cash tip slipped to him from my brother. He got a cash tip slipped to him from me. Like yo, everybody got tipped well because they got tipped like 3 times. Everybody that gave us good service got tipped 3 times. They got tipped by the ladies on their they got tipped by the ladies on the receipt. And then I kept on catching that after I would slip somebody a tip, my brother would slip them a tip as well. Or after after my brother slipped them a tip, and my brother was like, yo, I slipped them a tip too. You tipped them like, hey, they earned it. Everybody else made extra money because of Ahmad's fuck up, basically. Shit, even the dude that fucking drove us there, right, 9, I want to say he easily himself made a $60 tip for taking us to the thing. By himself, made a $60 tip on that trip. And that may have been like the minimum that everybody else got as a tip. Bare minimum. People got way more than that at times. Yeah, it was a nice trip though. It was a super nice trip. I enjoyed everything. Enjoyed the jet skiing, and enjoyed seeing snow. And God knows how long. Like I haven't seen snow since I left Indiana. Actually, yeah, everybody else was nice in Denver. Everybody else was nice in Denver. Even the fucking even a couple of the snow bunnies that I ran into, like were fucking nice. Like even one of them was like, cause I ordered some food from someplace, and she was asking me like, how was it? And I was like, it's good, but I wouldn't recommend that you get it. And it was funny because her whole entire professionalism, right? The family made me go to Denver. But her whole entire professionalism went out the window, but in a good way. Cause she was like, yo, word, like that shit ain't even busting like that, dog. And I was like, whoa, what happened to the young lady that was just talking to me with her chest out, like, really? All of a sudden it's like, yo, word, that shit wasn't even busting like that. I was like, yo, but no, the place is a vibe. Denver was definitely a vibe. You tried a green chili. I did not try any green chili. Also because chili's never really on my radar like that, so I wasn't even thinking about the chili. I did try the Denver omelet though. Like I was able to try one of those. That shit was banging. I tried that Denver Kush. That shit was good too. That shit was banging. You know what I mean? I had a quickie and some Denver Snow. That shit was banging. You know what I mean? Let's see, what else did I try in Denver? I tried getting some head in on a Denver airplane. That shit was banging. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like so that shit was dope. You know. So like, but I didn't try the chili though. I tried a lot of things native to. Yo, that was the second place that we went to. And that's because of the Series 6 place that I told you, that guy Anthony, he actually told us where to go find a dispensary. He was like, yo, let's go down a couple blocks here, then you go take a left over here. It should be a little place right here. It's going to be on the corner of this place. This place is called so-and-so. You can't miss it. Forget about it. I was like, yo, where you from? He's like, right here, dog, right here. I ain't for none of the nonsense. I was like, cool. He was an OG. Yeah, Anthony was an OG, like straight up OG, like OG of OGs of OGs. Oh shit, here goes that fight I wanted to see. Let's see if this fight is going to be done in time for me to catch this Knicks game. The Knicks are currently only up 94-92. The last time we gave you guys an update, the Knicks were up 90-80. So it looks like the Minnesota Timberwolves have gone on a 12-4 scoring run to put themselves within 2 points with 4 minutes and about 28 seconds left to go in the game. Boston is currently losing to Dallas 113-108. The Utah Jazz is beating the Memphis Grizzlies 89-87. Toronto Raptors are losing to the Oklahoma City 96-101, and the Sacramento Kings are being embarrassed by the San Antonio Spurs 92-95. Portland Trail Blazers have already taken their business against Detroit, and Miami has beaten Indiana 92-87, folks. And Houston continues to have their losing streak, but I think that was a game from yesterday. Almost nope, that was actually a game from today. Nope. Brooklyn beat Houston 120-108 as Houston continues their losing streak. God damn, how many games has that been? I just made money on Dallas. That's what's up. Is that game officially over? I don't know if I saw that game was over. Yep, just ended. End of the fourth. Sweet. You know what I made money on? You know what I made money on? Ronnie? The beginning of the season. The over-under for the Knicks was 22.5 games. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, no. The Knicks are going to win more than 22 games. I guarantee you that. Like, 23 games? Really? That's what we talking about here? 23 I was like, nah, I took that shit. That shit paid out when I was in fucking Denver. Like, that shit was love. I was like, yo, from the beginning, not only have we been calling that, which one are you this
Yay.
Yeah. I thought KJ was gonna beat you. You ain't been no beer? You got no beer? Okay. Shit.
You had some.
I guess we're gonna be dry ice. Shit, it's the last of.
Shit, we got a bottle of Merlot though. That's how it be.
Oh shit, that
we
reminds
drunk
me.
uncles.
Listen.
We gonna find something to drink.
Listen, the Merlot was. I was just showing them the new bottle that I got. This is being thrown in the collection. I keep a wine collection.
Damn it. I left my
Glasses.
my phone.
Oh.
No, I have glasses here.
I was saying like we got the hold on. Let's get you here today.
That's what we're doing today?
Yeah. Get you in the cop killers. No, I mean not the cop killers. The cop glasses.
No, you said it right the first time. Cop killers. If you want to see what the cop killers look like, come see it. Come watch us on YouTube.
Like a cop car. Got kind of. That's not what I meant. See,
No, that's exactly what you meant.
This is how you know when you're still a little too 80s and 90s. Like that shit be seeping out of my pore. I told you, NWA, niggas with assets. It's the new NWA, niggas with assets. Like we had to lose y'all. I'm waiting for KJ to get here so I can share my Denver with you guys.
The Denver?
My Denver.
Bro, I'm tired of hearing about your Denver.
Denver was dope though.
I know. It's fine. We talked about it on Monday.
Did we though?
Yes, we did.
Did we though?
Yes, we did.
But did we though?
Yes, we did. Yes. It was a good time. You went snowmobiling. Yes, everybody knows.
Well, Ronnie didn't know.
Everybody knows.
Well, Ronnie just found out.
Well, everybody knows. You know what? If you don't know, listen to the last podcast.
If you don't know,
if you
now
don't
you
know, now you know.
You know, we continue. That's how we talk about Brooklyn. We continue to spread love to Brooklyn, where it look like Meal Chick is being dominated from the back. Oh God, he is dominating Meal Chick the way Meal. Oh God damn. Oh God damn. Oh God damn. Yo, he's like, what did you say about me? That the last time? Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain.
This was a good fight.
I see that shit. I can't keep
I am
using
the
this as I
captain
am
right
the. I saw picks. I still got picks this year. I got some rubbing alcohol over here.
No, this is rubbing
Oh, the
out.
alcohol wipes. There you go. Yeah, cause that shit probably got like a layer of dust on them and everything.
Oh yeah, I took all that.
That's what that
shit
was.
off. Yeah.
That's what that really was.
Yeah. That's why I was like,
So,
ooh. I was like, ooh, the alcohol, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's like so
Yay. Let's get it on. I thought Johnny was gonna be here. Of
Johnny
course
wasn't, he
not.
left.
Yeah, of course he left.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna stay to the end.
Well, I said
Because you know what? I appreciate him coming though.
I only.
I appreciate him coming. No, I appreciate him coming.
I do appreciate him coming because it was even worse. I only asked him for 5 minutes. I was like, I don't care if you come here, grab your gift, stay for 5 minutes, and bounce. Like, just
Just come. Just come through. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have guests, you know, and it's nice to have guests that we know that's real cool and
Chill Will was in town while I was gone.
no way.
It's
That would
his
have been
birthday
nice.
today.
Happy birthday, Chill Will. Free Chill Will. Free Chill Will. Free Chill Will. Happy birthday, brother.
You drop takes, don't you? Drop takes, don't you? Well, if you're gonna drop a take, go ahead and drop it expeditiously.
There you go.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah,
Happy
for
birthday,
real.
Chill Will. Happy birthday to my mama. I know you always. I just came from Tijuana taxis. You know what I'm saying? I gave my mama a C note and some sheets and some shit for the bathroom because she's moving to Puerto Rico next week.
Oh, sweet. Puerto
So-
Rico.
Oh,
Puerto
so
Rico.
she out there, she-
Black people.
I told my niece took her out. I was like, I got there. I was like, my wife was like, my wife. My mom was like, can I get some chicken wings? I said, Mom, you don't eat chicken wings. And you definitely not eating chicken wings on your birthday. What do you want? You want some shrimp scampi? I know what you want. And then my niece was like, listen, the menu is open for her. That's what she picked. I said, I know what she picked, but she wants some shrimp. What she get? Some shrimp scampi. And I was like, Mom, how'd that shrimp scampi is? She was like,
They say mama knows best.
Yes, sir. I was like, exactly. I know what you want. You 77 today. Eat whatever you want. She don't eat me anymore because 77. There's some shit you have to cut out your diet.
Red meat.
Yeah, red
Well,
meat.
you-
She had to
because
cut
red-
that out.
You should
And
always
she
cut
don't
red
drink,
meat, 'cause red
but she
meat-
had a pina colada today though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, go ahead. You want another one? She was like, nah, I'm good.
I know you got something in there to at least cheers
Oh
to.
shit, hell yeah. Echo.
That's literally like I thought I had like 2 other bottles around here, but I'm like, I guess I finished them shits.
And then it
before
was
we
dope.
left.
It was dope. You know what's the best thing about it? I went over there. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna eat. I'm just gonna chill. Just gonna, have a drink or two. And one day I was like, what's the specials? They were like $2 domestics. I was like, yes. Let me get a Coors Light.
That's how it happens with us.
I was like, let me
Yo,
get a Coors
speaking
Light.
of, is Lewis still around? Is my people still around? I know Ron is still around. So listen to this shit. I was in Denver.
Oh my God. Yes, you was. The snowmobiles. Which part?
Wait.
The $500 that you spent in the store.
Let me finish this
What
story.
part? What part you want to talk about now? What?
They did not know what Yingling was.
Because they know what Coors Light is. And Coors Light is the Rocky Mountains. You know what I'm saying? Just come to us. Actually, you went to us. You went to us.
Sorry, B.
It's all they told me.
Rocky Mountains, B.
Now, granted, I did have a Coors Light while I was there.
Was it fresh?
It did taste.
And it was taste
tastes a little
different?
It tastes a little bit crispier.
Yeah, right?
I had
It
the
ta-
draft, and I was like, let me get a Coors Light draft.
Yeah. I know that shit was nice and crispy.
Like, I haven't even had Coors Light in draft in forever. Like, this ain't too bad.
Hell no.
But
You know what goes with it?
more Coors Light.
Weed.
Oh. Yo,
Shit. You don't see those commercials, of course, like commercials, they be having it. My man, he in his robe.
the official beer of taking off. Like,
Yo, he's in his robe. He takes one out for his roommate, and he takes one out for himself. And they it's early in the morning.
They were like, Coors Light.
Yeah.
The official beer of beating up the pussy.
Oh, here you go.
oh.
Here you go.
Oh,
Take that. Take
oh,
that. Take
look at
that.
him. Oh,
Take that.
got him running back. No.
Take that.
Oh.
Take that.
He
Oh.
had him scorpion. He's scorpion. He's scorpion.
Take that. Take that.
Oh,
He's
shit.
like, the first thing he says is like, did I lose my belt? Yes, you did. Stay down.
Damn, that's good. Cause I wanted to see him win the last time. And you know what's funny? Cause he dominated the way he dominated him the way he got dominated the last time. Way he got dominated in that first one.
Yeah,
Like that's
he did,
what
he
really
did,
helped.
he did.
I gotta go buy Bud too. Shit, I'm about to buy Bud tomorrow. This is the last of the Bud. Where the fuck is KJ? So I don't have to smoke the last of this Bud. I can smoke something else.
You can smoke.
I got a joint for us.
Oh.
But I'm waiting for KJ to motherfucking get here. That's why niggas gotta be on time, man. I be having Scooby snacks.
Yeah, but old girl got weed, no? Yeah.
No, that's the Bud right there.
Oh.
We still gotta buy Bud. And And we're coming up on a break really soon. So you know what? We're gonna take
Smoke weed every day.
We're gonna take a hard break. We're gonna listen to some music by. Looks like we got Trey Cinco presents "Letter to the Family" up on deck, and we'll be right back after this quick audio break.
Oh, my ankle. Oh, take that for beating me last time.
Straight Scorpion to me.
Look. You know what? Because you beat me last time, take that.
Actually, no, let me keep the camera up. Actually, no. Camera's off.
Yeah. Never would I think that I'll reach my pinnacle. Love my sister, I swear me and her identical. Go to war about mine, cross the line and see. Put my trust in niggas whole time, they was sliming me. I went to jail at 15, yeah, that's a head start into a negligent justice system that never do its part. Bathrooms don't even start, doing push-ups in the dark. I was waiting on some letters, but never received a card. My mama came to see me one time on my birthday. Really, it was the worst day. It hurt me in the worst way. I still reminisce, she told me I'm just like my dad. She knew that this was gonna happen, I was always gonna be bad. Well, I'm sorry, mama, I'm trying to change. You say that it's in my blood, but I think I could go do different. I'm gonna show you just because you had shown me love my whole life. I ain't have to ask for one thing, yeah, that's damn right. I know I've been doing wrong, but promise I'm gonna get it right. They say change come, but I know it won't happen overnight. And I can't put the blame on nobody, I'm gonna put it on myself. Cause at the end of the day, I did that dirt by myself. My true intentions was to never hurt you, mama, and you know that. So when I get that money, best believe that I'm gonna show that. Move you out the hood, Beverly Hills, Rodeo. You ain't never been there, mama. When you wanna go, just say so. I'm trying to show you your son ain't what you was thinking. He ain't one of them niggas that just like smoking and drinking. He got bigger dreams, yeah, he trying to make it on that TV screen. But he still got some LSCs and he gon' trade in between. I'm trying to have Tiana college paid off before she's 17. My brother fixing phones, so I'm investing inside of everything. I told Kayla and Kaya, just keep going, girls, chase your dream. You gotta put your family first, and that's on everything. Yeah, Thanksgiving. I don't see a lot of Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving. But for some reason, I don't see a lot of Thanksgiving. See, it's a lot of shit y'all niggas missing. And I think all y'all niggas tripping. You was supposed to help the hood, I think you really forgot the mission. My uncle got a boat, but he don't even do no fishing. My stepdad a manager, he playing his position. Might as well be my real dad, but I ain't doing no dissing. Cause that other nigga ain't never been in existence. So now I think you know what I meant by playing position. Met my mama when I was 2 and he ain't never do no switching. He rode the whole 9. Remember when I called DCF, I had they told line. Told him that he hit me knowing I'm lying the whole time. 20 plus inside the bathroom, I went and stole 9. Trying to impress my friend, it's like I ain't have my own mind. Yeah, man, you feel me? I wanted to get all this for Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Y'all let that shit sink in, man, you know what I'm saying? Family first, you know what I'm saying? So, why don't you go tell your loved ones happy Thanksgiving, man? Cause you don't know when you're gonna see them again, you know what I'm saying? You don't know when that last day gonna be, man. You don't want it to end on a bad note, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All that, Cinco.
Yeah, Brooklyn did win. I did see that actually.
They did what?
Yeah.
Oh, they came back, huh?
I saw that. I saw the end of that. Okay, we are back with the MyT. There you go, right there. 120 to 108.
Oh shit!
And we are back with the MyT Sports Podcast, and I'm
big.
your host, the one and only Tyler Dolan Taylor. If you're joining us, that means you're listening on one of the many platforms that you can catch the podcast. I do appreciate that. As you guys may be known by now, I am recently back from my trip in Denver, Colorado, where they want to make America hippie again. Yes. Alrighty, let's get back into it. That song you just heard was Trey Cinco presents Letter to the Family. Thank you, nephew, for allowing me the opportunity to be able to play that track for you. Yes, hope you continue to stay up while you're on vacation. Now let's get into.
Can we talk about the Final Four a little bit, or you gonna wait for KJ?
We can wait for KJ a little. We can wait for KJ a little bit. I mean, we do have Final Four talk. I mean, we are in about the last hour of the podcast. That's what that break just let us know. So,
Brooklyn.
Clippers, Rajon Rondo.
Clippers to.
And also.
What about him?
And also.
Is he?
Them giving Boogie Cousins a 10-day contract.
I was gonna say, Like DeMarcus, we could talk about, but Rondo, I don't know how old is Rondo? Is he like 38, 39, like
37,
like 37, like yeah, he gon'. You know, can he really play D? Like, you know what I'm saying? He could run the offense and do all that.
They needed
yeah, like no, I'm not saying you're a scrub. You know what I'm saying? But like,
KJ
how much of a difference?
KJ really said 10 minutes, like
20 minutes
40 minutes ago.
Yeah. That's when I was like, oh, I could still make it. That's what made me come. I was like, oh shit, he ain't there. Yeah, I'm gonna go. But I'm saying like Rondo is not like he's a floor manager. He got one ring. They act like he Robbie Horry.
2.
Oh, yo, with the Lakers. But was he playing or
he was a key factor. He helped take away that point guard duty from LeBron James and help him be a little bit more free.
Okay, all right. Well, he got 2 rings, but they acting like he Robbie Horry. Yo, you got to see Robert Horry when he on the jump or like when he on TV whatever, he's or NBA TV whatever. Yo, and when he on there, like he say like whatever he say, he could like say some shit, and then they want to say something to him, and he be like 7. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, damn it, like you know what I'm saying? Like damn it, he got 7 rings. You know, Steve Kerr, you could talk, oh, this little white motherfucker, whatever. He's like, yeah, I got how many playing? I got 5 playing. I got 3 coaching. I got 8 rings. Who coached you? Phil Jackson. He got 11. I'm going to catch him. You know what I'm saying? And he younger. But, yo, like, on the real, shit.
So, on the real,
Rondo,
did you guys see? Because you guys were wondering, I got myself a bottle of Menage a Trois, right? I got that lavish Merlot edition, right? This is the next one I'm adding to my collection. Now, the reason I stuck with the Menage a Trois brand was because I used to drink a lot of wine at one point.
Oh, I thought you was cracking that shit open.
I used to add to the collection.
That nigga sounded like Puffy right there. You can't take that. Can't take that. Like, yo, wait a minute. You sound like Puffy. Yo, where Puffy came from? I was like, yo, wait a minute. I'm like, you know I was going to call my son Menage, right?
Really?
Yeah. It was going to be, he would probably would have been like Menage 350.
But, yeah, so, like, this is, when I started drinking this, my homegirl Crystal that put me onto this, she had a birthday on Monday.
How it tastes?
It tastes fantastic.
Does it?
But it was also the only one I remember.
I don't know. Let me see.
I'll be able to remember the name.
Let me taste it.
I got you. Next time I get
Yeah,
it.
I got you. You know, Button, I walk around with a bottle open, nigga. This shit's in my pocket.
I thought you were saying I walk around with a bottle. I was about to say like shit.
Oh,
what the hell you
shit.
been waiting on?
Listen.
Listen, like I told you, like I got bottles as old as my niece down there. Like
I only have a port. I have 1 port, right? And I was like, oh, when I turn 40, I'll open it. And I was already waiting 5 years, like 6 years for it. So I'm like, oh, in 6 years, I open when I turn 40. I turned 40, I didn't pop it open. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I was like, damn, I missed 40. All right, I'll do it at 45. 45 came, didn't pop it open.
Shit, the Knicks are down by 1.
Now, I'm like, I'm going to rock that shit when I'm 50, no matter what. No matter what. I'm opening that shit at 50 no matter what. 50 came and left. I was like, yeah, I didn't open it.
Listen, the reason why I know I'm going to open the wine one is because that one's for Munchkin. Like that one. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I had occasions. Yo, so basically my point is like, the day I pop that shit open, it's got to be something. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, you know, 350 signing a fucking
like,
multi-million.
Hey, we're barbecuing lion meat.
You know, and I'm gonna be wearing his mane and shit. Nigga, your arms are bloody. No, that's his mane, nigga.
Speaking
we just
of
got
mane,
him.
Man, I found the mask for my Halloween costume this year. Oh, I can't wait.
Yo, so my brother got his 2nd shot.
I got my first one today.
You got your first one today? Yeah. Shit, I gotta tell you this. My wife just told me, who was it? Fuck. Damn, I don't know if it was an actor's wife or a friend of ours' wife. Took the shot and fucking died.
Huh. Thanks.
I was like,
I gotta take my shot today. It's like, yo, let me let you know. Got a friend of my wife. She took the shot. She died.
no. I was like, so when you getting yours? No, I'm just playing, babe. I just said, no, I was like,
the life insurance policy.
let's upgrade that shit.
You taking shots? Yeah, let's make sure that shit's updated. Yeah, extra
just
five.
make it, how much is the payment? I'm gonna double the payment up.
Extra 50,000. Extra 50,000.
Let's make it 2 mil.
Oh shit! Oh
Make
shit!
it 2 mil.
Saquon is finally here.
Shit, on the thighs.
Damn right. Pimpin'.
And you came with just a white cup.
Hey man, I'm not rich. I can't be supplying
Stop lying.
these.
You're rich.
I can't be supplying.
You're
these
rich.
with-
Spiritual.
you drink all the
You're
time.
rich. You're rich. Emotional.
Amen to that.
You're rich. You're a rich black man.
But financially, hell no.
I was gonna see how rich this is gonna be, like, how far you was gonna take this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going though. I was gonna keep going.
All right, can somebody pass me a lighter, please? I mean, no, man, I wanted an ashtray. That's what I meant.
Ashtray.
But I got an ashtray. You guys got
Ashtray.
an ashtray over there? That's not an ashtray.
That's not an ashtray.
B, I don't know what you're doing with this.
You know what he does with that. What's in there?
I see what's in. Hey, don't be yelling at me. Like,
Listen, man.
He's like, I just woke
You're
up.
late.
He's like, I just
Listen,
woke
you're
up.
late.
He's like, I just woke
I'm
up
like,
from a nap. I'm
like,
cranky.
you're late.
You ain't gonna yell at me
Yeah,
yet.
I'm like, listen.
I just woke up from a goddamn nap.
You was sleeping exactly. You was sleeping all damn day.
Oh, no, watch your mouth. I was working.
Listen.
I was working.
Yeah,
till
but you
about
took a
7.
damn nap. Who takes naps? I don't take no damn
You
nap.
take
I haven't
naps?
took a nap since
Shots.
1978. I haven't took a nap. That's the joint you was talking about?
Yeah, it's that
Oh,
joint.
shit.
It's a pre-rollie directly
So
from Colorado.
that means he gonna take a few hits and then he gonna just leave because he's gonna
And
be
take
too
another
high.
nap. Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna
He
be
take a
too
nap
high.
And
Yo,
go back and take another.
yo,
Like,
where
I
you
gotta
going?
leave
I
early.
just gotta go. I just
leave
gotta
early.
go.
I
I just gotta go. Remember he's like, I'm like, yo, why you left? Yo, I couldn't stay. I couldn't stay. Like, damn it.
I can't even open this shit.
Oh, dude, you push against the grooves.
They're cool.
Smell that
Oh,
shit.
that's what. I didn't know you saw. Ooh,
That's what we about to get into. All right,
Jesus.
well, I'm ready.
God bless you. God bless God
I waited
for
till
making weed
I waited till he got here. He's
naturally.
Here now. Like,
It's just
I
a
can't
natural.
be putting over him leaving the room.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Indians to find out that weed is actually that peace pipe is really a peace pipe.
West Indians. Oops, I'm joking.
Shit. The West Indians was coming from a spot like yo, I can't, the weed just don't keep up here. I got to, let's get a boat, let's just ride.
Milwaukee Lakers? Bucks Lakers?
No, what happened with the Knicks? You said it was a close game.
I think that I couldn't get the feed and it may have already ended by that time.
Ooh, that shit smells delicious.
Refresh this page.
I know what's gonna happen to me. I don't even want to be on camera because I know I'll be coughing my motherfucking lung off.
Who cares?
Listen, I always.
The Knicks
care.
lost 102, 101.
I always care.
Fuck.
I always care. Okay, I always care. That's.
I feel like I should watch Phoenix and Chicago. Fuck.
Phoenix. Yeah, I like Phoenix.
And you know how much he loves him some Zach LaVine. He's like the president of the Zach LaVine fan club. He really is though.
But Zach, he made the All-Star team.
He's been there for years though. Well, since I met him.
No, he was
2
in
years.
Minnesota.
No, I'm talking about he's been the president of the fan club for like 2 years now.
For like 2 years.
Yeah. Since I met him, he's been the president of the fan club.
Yeah, Zach been balling though. You can see it though. When I saw him in Minnesota, I was like,
He can.
I didn't think his J was gonna be as tight because he always had that line drive shot.
I still don't believe in his J sometimes.
And
but
he be hitting that, and it's a line drive shot. There's no arc on it. It's like If you see, it's
gonna
like,
hit-
it's like shooting darts.
It's like you always hit a thud because it hits the back of the thing.
Mm-hmm. He's almost like, bam, like,
Yeah.
like I'm like, oh shit, he hit that.
So 29 days. You know what happens in 29 days?
We go on vacation to Colorado again.
The NFL draft starts.
Nah, I'm just playing.
KJ,
Yo, real question. Why you got that whack ass shirt on, bro?
Listen, why you got that whack ass
Them
shirt
niggas
on?
didn't even make the tournament, bro.
So
Take that
what?
bullshit off.
Y'all haven't been in the playoffs.
Hey,
That
hey,
whack
hey.
ass shirt hasn't been in the playoffs.
hey,
in how
both you
long?
guys, calm down and let's make America hippie again.
Shut the hell up.
Be hippie, nigga, be hippie.
Get after
Yeah.
KJ so he can calm down. He gonna wake
Yeah.
up all. How you gonna wake up
He
all
gon-
cranky
he gon'
and
need-
shit?
He gonna need. I was like,
These light skins, bro.
that's like
Acting all out of pocket.
You know what? You know what I'll do for you guys? I'll put myself on camera. That way you guys can stay seated for a while.
No, I'm cool. I like this. Come on, man. Show my shit, baby. Fuck that. Duke all day, every day.
There you go. That way you guys can maneuver freely and seated and get comfortable.
No, I want to be on camera. Damn it.
Well, then stay seated.
I am seated.
But you
Seated.
Stay
I ain't gonna lie,
seated.
you're not gonna be yelling at this man at his place, bro.
Listen, I'm yelling at him. I'm yelling at you.
I don't know what type
I'm
of
yelling.
hostility you come
I'm
in
just
against,
yelling.
But
You know, I'm lying.
you need to relax.
Yo, we just talk loud.
It's funny. I heard a Bernie Mac comedy the other day. Speaking of that. Okay, so NFL starts in 29 days. Draft. Miami Dolphins moving all over the place. Nobody knows what the Jets are going to do. The San Francisco 49ers may
Nah.
or may not take a goddamn quarterback.
May
See?
or may not. No, that's official. They are taking
No, they
a
are.
quarterback.
They are 100%. They ain't going up there to get Pitts.
McGregor is trying to have his third fight against somebody. I forgot who the other
Fuck
dude is.
that bum. Retire.
Um,
Retire and stay retired. You no good. You don't care about fighting no more.
Nigga, what?
you know what's crazy?
Washed.
He wants Jones.
Jones who?
Oh,
Nigga, what? He wants
Nigga,
Bones
what?
Jones. He just won a
Jones.
championship. Nigga, what?
McGregor wants Jones.
No. Nigga,
Mm.
what?
Well, you gotta understand. When you say Jones in UFC, you gotta understand that one person I'm thinking.
I
of
know
when
what I'm
say
telling
that
you.
shit.
So, nigga, what? Wants Bones Jones.
Oh.
Francis, nigga, what? He
God.
just
that.
the dude that just bought me a chick. Who just beat me a chick. Francis, nigga, what?
I'm talking. You talking about Connor?
Nah.
No,
Francis,
no, but Connor, he wants
Francis,
to fight.
nigga, what?
He wants to do
Wants
his
to fight
third.
John's Bones Jones.
Of course.
But Connor's trying to get
I don't know why he just
round
became the
3.
champ, bro.
He's trying to get round 3 with homeboy.
With Habib.
So
Yeah.
Final Four:
Come on, man. Habib don't want to give him that credit.
Houston, Baylor, and UCLA and Gonzaga. Which means I was right on one team, which is Gonzaga.
One, the team that everybody was right on.
Who that? I had Gonzaga, I had Syracuse, Georgetown,
George.
and
Again. We did this last time.
I didn't even knock.
and Michigan.
The Syracuse one.
You know
Syracuse
what?
one is another homer pick. But the thing is, Syracuse. I saw who they was how it was set up. I'm like, they could be that
Nah,
team.
but
They
they
could
locked
be that
my
team.
man down though.
So,
You know what I'm saying? That's why he ain't ready for that.
but when I heard Georgetown, I said,
Oh
George
shit!
fucking down.
Yeah, that's why I had Georgetown, Gonzaga, Michigan, and Syracuse.
I had Gonzaga, I had Baylor, and then
Michigan. You see what that was by Michigan last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Houston.
That is the epitome of a choke job.
So see, I
and
was
that's
close.
the Fab Five. That's the Fab Five. I didn't want to say it, but damn it, I said it, and I'm saying it again.
I'm not gonna
that
lie
was
to you.
the Fab Five, and my man
You
from
see-
the Fab Five is coaching. I give him mad
You
props
see what he
for
did
getting
there?
to the final, to get into the
He
final.
brought reality
8.
back to us.
I
Because
give him-
am I the
give him
only
all
one?
that.
Am I the only one?
He's recruiting like a motherfucker too.
Am I the only one like
I
this?
give him all that.
That when I think about the Fab Five, when I don't overthink, right, and it just runs across my head on the top,
Do you think of Jawan Howard?
I think they're champions. until I have to remember how it played out, I'm like,
The timeout?
"Damn, that's right. They did it.
They lost to
weird."
North Carolina.
But when I think about them
They
in
lost to Duke.
in the history of my head, they're champions in a weird way. Like you lost and still won.
Yeah, because they had the long pants and the black socks, and they were the first team to come out with no names on their jerseys because they weren't getting paid for that shit. I love all that shit. That's why I'm a fan of the 5 Fab, for that reason.
The who?
The 5 Fab.
5 Fab.
The Fab. The
Fab
5
Five.
Fabs.
That's out of here.
Yo, see, that's that Colorado shit. That's
This
That's
shit.
it. That's that
He
Colorado
over there,
shit.
but you over here like,
My bad.
That's that shit.
That's that shit right there.
That's that shit.
I'm like,
you see how you
Fab
try to
Five.
keep going, right? You see how you try to keep going, where we wouldn't know, like,
Listen,
we
man.
notice that shit.
Who's next? Who's next? It's still on me. I still got the camera on me alone, so you guys are still in the clear.
We're gonna hold off on this for a little bit.
Hold on, where we at? Where we at?
Let's hold off on this.
We're at the 2 minute and we're at the 2 hour and 19 minute mark. We got the mark for that one. Hold on.
Oh damn.
Oh, yeah.
Fab Five. But no, that's no. But on the honest tip, it was like, you know what they did, and finally, when was that? And finally, now college kids are gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, the college kids are gonna get paid. They
The one and
they
done
gonna
rule
get
is
some
offici-
money.
Is officially over. They're gonna be compensated in college, compensated in the NBA junior or G League or however it is. Like, yeah, these kids are gonna get paid now.
All right, so now I want to know
You
how
know what's
they
funny?
Damn right they should have got paid.
You know what's funny?
Especially if you won't cancel the
These
one and
kids
done rule.
are gonna end up negotiating a better contract than the NFL players.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
So the NFL drafted 39 days
NFL
ago.
players, you clearly didn't fight hard enough.
The NFL, not only did they not fight hard enough, you guys remember, they fired the representative that they had that was fighting hard enough for them.
And it happened during COVID.
And then they fired him.
They were like,
And
it
they
happened
took-
before COVID.
they-
we're gonna put the we're gonna put the votes in, and everybody was home just chilling, doing nothing. I'm like, nah, you know what?
So,
I'm going.
I don't want to go too far off the deep end, right?
Anyway,
I want to reel
right.
myself in. Because I realize this is a trigger point for me. But for anybody that's new to the podcast, you have guys like Alvin Kamara out there complaining about how this extra game, because the NFL now has officially gone to 17th game, how this is bullshit. Well, remember, folks, this is only done through collective bargaining. And the NFL players, they had a representative that was fighting all of these things that the owners were trying to push.
Well, just Garoppolo's getting 1.3 mil just for that one game.
But
I'm just saying.
because they're getting a game check and not
Yeah.
and then that bonus.
And no, that's
built into the contract.
that's not from their contract. That's extra.
So and some players are gonna get like 30 mil, but that's not the point here.
Yeah. No, that's the highest, 1.3 for that game.
Not for the 17th game.
All right.
They get a game check.
Yeah.
It depends on when you signed your
and-
contract. If it depends on when you get sign your contract, some people are getting a stipend and some people are getting a game check. So maybe Jimmy Garoppolo falls on the people that
Stipend.
yeah that gets that little stipend thing. But there's a bunch of players that based off when they signed their contract, they are going to get.
Yeah, they're gonna get you signed for so many games, and that's it.
Like if you get 30 mil a game, then you're gonna get 30 mil that last game. But the NFL players, like, so I'm talking to the fans.
Who gets 30
Players
a
like
game?
Alvin Kamara, right, that are complaining. Let's understand. They had a representative fighting for them. They fired him. They had a representative that was trying to get more than 50% of the revenue, and they let that guy go. They had a person that was trying to not allow players to play more than 16 games, but they gave that guy his walking papers. They had a guy that was fighting for a portion of the streaming money, and they said, no, we don't want what you are trying to fight for. They let the owners bully them into signing a collective bargaining agreement a year early. The one time the players had leverage, and they squandered it. And now they're complaining. And what do we say here on the podcast? Fuck you, you big dummies. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Because how do you manage to fire the
But
guy?
as a fan, how you feel like another game?
As a fan?
As a fan,
No,
like
fuck.
Like another, week 17
I
is
don't
still
give a
going.
fuck. You know how I feel
All
about
they're doing is
I
taking.
feel like they're dumb. I still think the players are dumbasses for getting coerced into another game that they didn't want. As a fan.
But they got one less preseason game. Yeah, that's the game they usually play in.
They said, "Oh, you know
Because
what?
the fourth game is the game
You know
where the
what?
starters start
Let me tell you. Let me
for most
tell
of the game.
you. Let me tell you.
So might as well make it a game then.
Have you ever heard? Let me tell
I'm
you.
just saying.
Let me tell you what they said. The NFL canceled 2 of the preseason games because they said that most injuries happen in the preseason, so we're canceling 2 of these preseason games. That's like hearing the statistic. Oh, most accidents happen close to the home, so I moved. That's what the NFL just said.
That's funny. That's funny. That is funny.
Like that's the equivalent. Like of their we getting rid of 2 preseason games so we can add 1 extra regular game, but add no bye week?
No, they got bye week.
No extra bye week.
1 bye week.
No extra bye week for the extra game.
What, you want 2 weeks off during the season? Nah.
You added more games?
Shit.
Extra bye week.
You gonna double, and then I'll give you 18 games then. You want 2 weeks? I'll give you 18.
Give me extra bye week.
I'll give you 2 bye weeks for 18 games.
But you know what?
They were like, nah.
They could even negotiate that.
More money. That's
So
what they did.
Alvin Kamara and the rest of you guys that are complaining, you know what?
Sorry, B.
Yes, sir.
And for Baker Mayfield,
Cleveland! This is for you!
You stupid. You stupid. Thank you, sir. You just woke him up. You just woke him up because he's sleeping. He's sleeping over here. He's still sleeping. You had a nap already. Thank you, sir. Thank you for waking him up.
Jesus. What the
Yes.
fucking Baker Mayfield and Cleveland? This is.
Are they gonna give him his 5th-year option?
Fuck that bum ass.
Did he get his 5th-year option?
I don't remember. Fuck him anyway. That's why he gonna fuck their season up anyway. That bum.
He said, I don't remember.
so you guys wanted to talk some NCAA. Let's go ahead and get some NCAA talk here. Now, actually, before we get there, KJ, you had something for us, right? And it was something about Russell Westbrook versus Stephen A.
Oh, they went at it yesterday.
What?
Well, no, he's not going at it.
Who went at
I'm
it?
saying it was pretty cool to see.
Where?
It
On
was-
Twitter?
Yo, Stephen A. was
Stephen
like,
A.
yo, he brought his wife up. He
Russell
brought his
Westbrook
wife
dropped
up and give her mad props.
You seen Westbrook's stats the other night, the game that they won with the 35 and 20 assists and
Stephen A. just saying, yo, you putting numbers
that
up, but
joint?
you're not getting chips. That's all. That's all Stephen A. saying. Stephen A. is like, yo,
the job must be done. Since
you
y'all
ain't got
put it
no-
down all, like,
no, we got time. We got time.
time for what? I've been trying to smoke this the whole entire podcast. I've been waiting for you guys. Time for what?
Nigga, like,
Hey, this is team time.
yeah,
This is team time.
team. What? Write that shit down.
Fucking
Fuck,
God.
it's
This
team
is
time.
team time.
This nigga,
Team
yeah.
what? That sound like some
Tell
fire
me.
shit.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, tap my phone that damn hard though.
You ain't got protect the screen. Protect that shit.
Hey.
Yay.
So you guys wanted to get into the NCAA. I know that much. And you also, I know you had something about Russell Westbrook, but
Shit, the KD shit too.
let's actually talk about the funny one of them all. The Kevin Durant versus the Michael Rappaport fucking beef. B.
Everybody's wrong.
Hey, yo.
Everybody's
Mark.
wrong.
What's up with your mans and them? I'll spit on you? If I see you on the street, yo, your wife must be real upset that she got a nigga like you that's lawyering up. Catch me on the Ave, I'll smack the shit out of you, B. Like, yo, this is KD. Michael Rappaport, let's talk about. Yo, B, you know what's so funny? Because you text me that shit, and literally, I just finished listening to the Michael K show because they're talking about because Peter Rosenberg is bringing it up, right?
Yeah.
On ENN, right? He has a little skit called ENN. So he's bringing it up. As he's bringing it up, he gets a text message. Michael Rappaport wants to come on the air.
Oh, no way.
He knows, like, they talk like they got each other's number. So they clear it through the producer, like, hey, Michael Rappaport's coming. I was like, okay, I'll shoot him the number, and you guys bring him through. 90 seconds later, Michael Rappaport is like, okay, let me tell you what just happened. And don't worry, your producer already told me. If anything slips out of my mouth, he'll cut me right there and there. So don't worry, Mr. Producer. I ain't gonna curse. You go ahead and take a nap, okay? Take the Cheetos out of your. Yo! Hey. And he starts telling the stories like, yo, him and KD used to be boys, right?
But what he said about KD though?
He was getting into that, man.
Him and KD.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Him and KD used to be boys. Like they met each other at like somebody's like social event or whatever for like Sprite or whatever the fuck it was. Right? They exchange information. You know.
That's just motivation for KD.
Like they exchange information on this sort of
thing.
Now he does go on to say that him and KD used to talk a certain way to each other. You know what I mean? Like kind of how we probably talk to each other, like friends. You know what I mean? But you know they have a little aggressiveness to it. But then he said shit changed with their relationship after the Draymond Green incident, right? So after the Draymond Green incident, you know, like Michael Rappaport came out and said some shit. Well, KD after that took that shit personally. And started saying personal shit to him. And that's when he started, even back then, with the I'll spit on you shit, this, that, and the third, la, 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 this, that, and that, right?
I just want KD to come back and play, man.
So then, Michael Rappaport said, like, I realized at some point in time, like, go listen to the Michael K show from yesterday. Like it's fully on there. I think it's in the last hour.
You think they're holding out KD or KD can't play?
I think they don't want to risk what happened in Golden State because he said he has a calf injury, and that's what they said when he had
hamstring.
They say hamstring. They say hamstring. There's some calf.
Yeah, it's hamstring.
Oh,
so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're like we already paid you $100 million for not playing, so
but also all that
we want to make sure our goal is just to win the championship.
But you know that whole foot thing is your whole leg is connected to everything. Like what bothers your Achilles and what bothers your plantar fasciitis, like cause them to start bothering your Achilles, will fuck with your calf, which will fuck with your knee, which will fuck with your hamstring, which will fuck with your quad, which will fuck with your hip. Like
so basically, you talking about from the Achilles, it went all the way through to the hamstring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's that one line.
Depends on because you never know. You never know. He may be slightly overcompensating, and even non-mentally, he may be overcompensating. Even though he thinks he's good, he may always be overcompensating slightly, and he may be changing something, and he could just be putting more strain on his hamstring the way that he maneuvers now. Because he's no longer trying to maneuver the way that Pop is his Achilles.
You know, I was laughing. I was like, them niggas was like, yo, he pulled a hamstring. I'm like, that nigga got no leg muscles.
Like, what the fuck is he
like, he's so skinny. Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck you mean? He pulled a rubber band or some shit? Like, no. Like, I was like, oh, I see what y'all doing. You just want to save him.
Now, what happened with this Russell Westbrook stuff?
Shit.
I tell you.
Steve dropped his stat.
Steve was like, yo, you got good numbers, but you ain't got a chip. And then he was like, yo, every day of my life is a chip. Basically, Westbrook was like, every day of my life is a chip. You know what I'm saying?
His wife flat out shot shots.
Fired shots at him.
At Stephen A. As a good wife would, you know.
Which he gave props. He gave props. He was like, yo, I wish I had. He was like, I ain't got no girl, but if I had a girl, that's what I want my girl to do. You know, come to my defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she's very intelligent. He started dropping all her degrees and shit. Bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Give her mad props. And then it was like,
because they took it personally. And Stephen A never said shit personally. So now you took it personally. What's Stephen A gonna say about your personal life? You're a great fucking person. Like, yo, you're this kind of smart. You're that, you're that.
Like, yo, I got respect what you say.
As a basketball player, you still ain't got no chip.
That's all. That was his whole point.
Develop your jump shot.
He said, not only that, he was like, you had opportunities to get the chip. And Damian sent you home. Oh, when he started talking about who sent them home, ooh, he got a little emotional right there.
Was he on the show live?
I was reading between the lines there.
No, this was.
He was like, Damian waved you bye-bye. Harden. He was like, Harden took you out. He started naming everywhere. Oh, you had Golden State. You had Golden State.
Shit.
My bad. I'm hyped right now. you have Golden State. You know what I'm saying? You had them down 3-1. They came back on you. Yo, he just started, and the funny thing is,
where's that J? What do you have?
Yo.
Oh,
No, I need a light. Damn.
Get excited as you're that nigga. Get excited with the J in your hand and shit. You know what I mean? Hoopity hoopla lotto. This shirt don't fit you. Like, nah, B, pass that shit.
Nigga, this is the only place I could do this at. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even argue that shit. Like, I am Switzerland like a motherfucker.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm at home right now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, nigga, I can't do this shit nowhere else. Like, fuck. Shit.
Smoke weed every day.
Yay.
Nate Dogg School of Medicine in full effect. I gotta make my pledges.
Smoke weed every day.
Nah, man.
That's why they always have 5 going around. Cause it's like motherfucker always stay with it. Like,
Jesus.
oh, he good. Here. Want some of this?
I'm good right now.
Yeah, I know.
Part of Cypher fight Cypher.
See, I would say take 2 and pass, but you never, go with that.
But also, like, I know you guys tap out sooner than me. I'm gonna for y'all to pull and tap out, so I can okay.
Yeah, but this shit came from.
Get my Humphrey Bogart on.
This is like it didn't come from Hawaii, but it came from where you went on vacation at?
The Rockies. This shit came from the Rockies, man. Listen, like exactly what that shirt say? Make America hit again. That shit cost me way too much money in the airport.
That's why you. That's your bad. That's the shit you get for the airport.
If it costs too expensive, for one, that's some American ass shit, and you probably bought it down here too.
No.
So it's gonna be expensive.
You bought it in the airport, and it's expensive because you had how many opportunities to buy it before you got to the airport?
None.
Stop lying.
I didn't even look it up before then. I wanted to go to the airport. I wanted to go to the airport for souvenirs, so it was okay. It was in my budget.
I didn't say that. Don't say it was too.
It was still way too expensive for a fucking shirt.
How does it fit? It feels good. Is it nice? Is how many threads?
Yeah, special 12 maybe.
12. Stupid.
Oh shit.
So that shit must be mad comfortable.
that shit breathes. That shit definitely does breathe.
My hands hurt. Well, your hands hurt. So you're gonna go do landscaping duty. Now your back's gonna hurt. Does anybody else hands hurt?
No.
Happy Gilmore.
So a couple.
You don't remember that for Happy Gilmore?
I barely remember Happy Gilmore, but I remember that.
We got quality.
But I'm glad you said Happy
sheets.
Gilmore. If you remember that from Happy Gilmore, because until you said if I remember that for Happy Gilmore, I forgot that was from Happy Gilmore. I just knew I knew it from somewhere.
Shit.
Hitting your head on the sign.
Damn.
That MyT gave you the whack. And don't forget, if you need to get your taxes done, let me see that card.
Oh, you talking about taxes? Ow!
What card?
Woo!
Nice.
Ow! Hey, listen.
Pass me that cord.
What cord?
The cord that just smacked you in the head.
I don't know.
It's right there. It's protruding out of the sign. It is protruding out of the sign.
Listen, man. Just because you found a new word.
Oh my! It's sticking out of the sign. It's still in the sign. It's sticking out. It's that cord right.
What cord?
No, the cord.
You see it? He's a little
CARD. The cord. The business cord.
This card?
Yes, the one that's protruded out of the sign.
What
the
blood
cord.
clot? Don't come with me with that, man. Talk to me in English, you know. The blood clot. Come. Man, you come to me.
Pastella. Is it like Pastella? Is that poster? I can't tell. But can I see it, please?
Hey. Fucking pulling up a cord the whole time.
I'm like, the blood clot you talking about?
I'm talking about an actual card.
God. Sorry. the card. The cord.
Yeah, the the cord, the card, the same. The cord, the card, the same fucking thing, you know.
Business cord. You know what I mean? The cord, the card, card. There we go.
The
Card.
business card,
The card.
that's on the sign.
There we go.
Correct English.
That's how you say it in English. The card.
The business card
sorry, like
that
my
is
Brooklyn takes over
on the sign. Not the card, you know.
Guys.
Blood clot with the.
Head down to Freedom Tax, right?
Get that shit.
Go see Big Al. Tell him MyT Sports sent you. You're gonna get cash in hand.
Don't ask for Big Mark because you might get somebody else. Oh, my bad.
You get cash in hand by telling them MyT Sports sent you.
You might get some cash from Big Mark too.
Call 954.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm trying to do a read here. 954-484-7700. Head down to 4397 North State Road 7. North State Road 7, Lauderdale Lakes, Florida 33319.
Whoa, wait a minute here. Who the fuck is this guy?
What? Oh, I was showing them the bottle of wine I added to my collection. I have a wine collection. I have wine as old as Munchkin here.
It's in the basement.
What?
Yeah. That's my
The guy who I see drinking Yingling. Y'all hear this, man? Does he sound like a menage a trois drinking ass nigga?
Well, I definitely sound like
Bro.
a menage a trois ass nigga though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Like I drink that shit all day.
I'm like raising my hand and shit. I'm like, nigga.
Sign me up.
No, that's my wine.
I've been drinking.
That's my new shit.
I've been drinking wine since I got to Germany when I was.
Nigga, you been whining since you was a baby.
When I got
Shut
to
up.
20, but one of my old heads put me onto it. One of my old heads, Abraham, like he put me onto that shit. And so
Moses was a Rasta.
So to kind of get like to start off from a different point of the story, what I told him. So I always used to just drink constantly red wine. I used to drink red wine and meditate in the army. Like I used to meditate to the Erykah Badu,
yes.
but that Lauryn Hill album too.
Yes.
That rebel,
Yes.
rebel,
Yes.
rebel.
Yes. Yes.
As much as another old head at the gym, he put me on to jazz, so I saw them. So I used to also meditate listening to some BWB albums and shit like that, and then that's when I started getting into like different instrumentals. So yeah, I've been drinking red wine forever. It's just that I always used to drink a lot of different brands because I could never remember what the fucking brand I was drinking. Come to Florida, went into one of my homegirls. She likes drinking wine or whatever. So she puts me onto this brand, and I was like, "Oh shit, triple sex!"
Yes.
So I call this triple sex, right? But
Yes.
but if I text her right now, like, "Oh, I got that triple sex," you already know what I'm talking about. So I remember the brand Menage a Trois, and I've been drinking them ever since. And like I said, now I started collecting them. I got a wine down there that's as old as Munchkin. Actually, it's a year younger. But I plan on opening that when she graduates high school. I have another one I opened the year that I have for the year that she graduates from college. If she graduates from college in 4 years, I have one for that. Then I just recently added. I also realized I haven't added a wine to my collection in a while, and I want to get that shit filled the fuck up. But yeah, and they have a bunch of different ones, and they're really, really fucking nice. Alright, let's see, we got about like 25 minutes left of the podcast. Alright. You guys ready to do that Hall of Fame talk? MVP talk? But listen, before they come back and do that MVP talk, let's make a couple of quick announcements for some people that are making it actually into the Hall of Fame. First individual into the Hall, and we're actually talking about the WWE Hall of Fame. We have a couple of people make it in there. We have the. Oh no. Shit. Well, take it easy. Be safe. Hope everybody's alright. Yeah, listen, I know what it's like to have. Dry your hands.
It is dry. It's sanitizing. It's clean.
I can see them all moist and shit.
You know, I'm just a moist light skin.
No, stop.
Wait a minute. I'm a boy.
For real. You talking to me like that.
You know, I was good that sexy. You know,
You
I'm
gonna
a
make me
sexy
go
type of
outside and
dude.
start
You
the
know what I'm saying? Start the blood.
Oh shit. So, let's do a little bit of MVP talk. We're watching Devin Booker put up a 3 right now as they go up on the Chicago Bulls 65-56 with just about 53 seconds left to go in.
Yeah,
the
Phoenix.
half.
Phoenix is in third place.
Phoenix has been balling.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Because it's Utah, Denver, and I think it's Utah, Denver, or it's Utah, Phoenix,
it's not
Denver.
Because Denver's a little bit lower.
I think Phoenix might be number 2.
Unless Denver has very quickly jumped up the roster. But like I said, I can't even say that with full confidence. Like, to be 100% honest with you. Like, I can't say that fucking... What's that? Oh,
I got it. Never mind.
I can't say that Denver...
Salute.
Excuse me, thank you. I can't say that Denver is not in third. It's very much possible that they are. I just don't think they were up there that far because how far down they were. So let's take a look here. We got Utah in first. So Phoenix is in second, and then the Clippers, and then the Lakers, and then Denver. Yeah, because Denver was down there, B. Like, they may be rolling now and like maybe putting some games together, but Denver was down there, and they've been
they had a little losing streak.
Yeah,
they had a losing streak.
But they're piecing some shit together now. Let's see. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. You got Utah on a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, you know who I like on the down low? Just because he just keeps doing it is Chris Paul. Yo, Chris Paul is like you know what I'm saying? Like
There it goes.
Oh man.
There it goes. We've talked about this. There it goes.
Yo, Chris Paul is just. I'm telling you, it's.
He took a shower. He put on some cologne.
He's still doing it.
He got a new haircut. Got some fresh clothes.
Yeah.
And now you've completely forgotten about how many times he has failed everywhere else.
You know,
but
he's not failing. It's not.
But let me tell you.
But you know what? No, what he did with OKC
I gave you the
was
cycle.
ridiculous.
OKC is not the.
And he just did that last.
It's
in
not.
the bubble.
It's not the one to utilize.
You see what he did in the bubble?
But we've talked about. We've talked about this on the podcast. What he does is that he goes to a team and he makes them better. He does.
Yeah.
And you fall in love with him making them better. But what ends up happening is that he never wins with them. And right before...
So you calling him another Westbrook?
I'm calling him another James Harden. And right before...
Oh, Harden ain't gonna get chipped right now.
Well,
if his hamstring's alright.
But right before it gets stuck with him that it's him that's the reason why they're not winning, he changes team. New Orleans to the Clippers.
Clippers, he gave it his all.
Then he goes to the Clippers. Remember, it's the same cycle. But what he does, he goes out and plays, he stinks himself up, and then he takes a shower, and you forget that he was the one that just stunk up the place.
I know, yo, but...
And because this is what
you
he
know
always does.
Yo, stop hating on him, B.
I'm
like,
not.
Like, that's what it sounds like.
I'm not hating.
Yo,
it's reality,
Paul, though. Paul needs his props.
He went to the Clippers.
Yo, right? Paul's is equal to fucking Carmelo.
He went to the Clippers.
He's equal to Carmelo.
Carmelo's
career, same thing as Paul.
He still be a whole. I never said
Melo, Paul.
I never said he's not a Hall of Famer.
And they boys.
I never said he's not.
They haven't.
I never said.
And
he's
LeBron
not
is like, I'm sorry. You know, I know you my peoples. We can't, like, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all, banana boat and everything, but I got.
You can't deny what I tell you, though.
Wade is like, you know, I won.
There you go. See, you can't deny what I said, I understand what you're saying, because he does this with every team. He goes there. He makes them better. But it's never good enough to win a championship. Or it's never good enough.
So basically he has to win a chip.
What does he go there for?
If he goes to Brooklyn, he get a chip. What
does he go there for? He doesn't just go to teams to make them better. He's considered consistently one of the best point guards in the game. A point god at that.
Look at this. You know what he is? He's a coach on the court. He's gonna end up being a coach. I can see it already. I'm not hating. What I say about Chris Paul, I understand why people love him. And that's because he gets to your team. He comes to your team. Still good, though. He comes to your team. He makes it better. He helps out the culture. I'm talking about his play. His play is great. Yo, his play is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like his he balls.
But there's
Like-
always something. A hamstring, a back,
That's it.
missing shots.
How about this? Every team he goes to, it becomes his team.
Except for Houston.
That's still his team. That was his team.
That was Jimmy's team.
That was his team.
That was Jimmy's team.
Jimmy who?
Harden. That was James Harden's team all day long.
No, wasn't
That was James Harden's team.
was that Paul? Paul was there first. Paul was there
Houston?
first.
No, he wasn't. James Harden was in Houston. Chris Paul just came there a couple years ago, right before they got Russell Westbrook. That's what sent him to Oklahoma City. Is when they got traded over. Was when they sent.
Okay.
Is when they sent Russ over there. And I'm just saying, listen, I get what you're saying. Right now, he's in that beginning stage again, that love stage again, where he's gonna make the team better. He's gonna change the culture. He's gonna get them into a deep. He's gonna get them a good play.
Yeah,
He's gonna
you
get them a
think-
good record.
You think he saw how they played in the bubble? He was like, "Yo, I'll go to that team." You know what I'm saying? He probably like
Bro, yes and
right, like because
Yes
the
and
bubble,
no.
the bubble don't
He
get
did
it
it-
fucked up. They
well,
were all there. They all got
well,
to know each other, got to chill.
Yes and no. He didn't
like-
want to leave the West Coast because of his kids in school and shit.
Mhm.
So he wanted to stay
Yeah.
close to that area.
So then you're
And-
like, yo, Phoenix is
So you have to figure there's not a lot of choice. He's not gonna go to Golden State. He hates Stephen Curry. They've already tried the LA Clippers thing. He didn't try the LA Clippers thing. But
that
like,
was gonna happen.
like who knows how he's gonna flip? Like who knows why he didn't go to the Lakers or to the Clippers? But he sees Phoenix. He could actually be a person there to help
I
all of those young guys. You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of little things. And you know what? Let's see.
Phoenix is
We got 10 minutes left in the podcast. Oh, did I say this? The great Khali is making it to the WWE Hall of Fame. Eric Bischoff is making it to the WWE Hall of Fame, and Kane is making it to the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE is having their Hall of Fame ceremony within the next 10 days, as WrestleMania will be taking place on the 10th of April. In between there, you're gonna see a slew of wrestling events. You're gonna be seeing NXT put on their considered their WrestleMania event. You're gonna see obviously WWE put on their WrestleMania event, and then obviously you're gonna have the Hall of Fame ceremony. So you're gonna get 5 straight days of nothing but wrestling events, and it won't stop. And as you know, the day after WrestleMania is always ridiculous on Raw. So call that 6 straight days. I'm saying if you're a wrestling fan, even in the slightest, right, even a little bit, this is the time that you want to tune in. Even if you were just a casual fan, you're gonna want to tune in.
Are they letting in fans?
Hmm?
Are they letting in fans in the stadiums?
They're in Florida,
Where at?
North, Tampa.
In Tampa?
Mhm.
When, this weekend?
I think it's this weekend. It's the 10th. Actually, it's the 10th. It's 2 days after Munchkin's birthday. Munchkin's birthday is on the 8th.
Oh, the 10.
So listen, if you guys are even casual fans, I would say go check it out. They're gonna have guys like Bad Bunny. He's gonna be participating in WrestleMania. He's gonna have a match. There's a couple other celebrities that's gonna be taking place as well.
Yeah, when it gets closer, we'll go to with the boys.
Definitely, if it gets closer, we'll go to the
Yeah.
boys. Definitely.
Once that shit go on sale, let me know.
Okay.
Fucking, because they haven't been to a wrestling match since because in Connecticut they had what that bring them to? Shit. Was it a WrestleMania? No, it was one of the shows. It was a Friday night maybe. It was a Friday night because I wouldn't take them Monday night
So
because
maybe
they had
SmackDown?
school. So it wasn't Monday Night Raw. It was Friday.
SmackDown.
Yeah, it was SmackDown. And yo, that shit was fucking dope as fuck. I still got pictures. Like they had the headbands. That's when oh my god, that shit was so dope. That fucking that was that shit was hot as fuck. We were not the first row, but we're like the second row. Like we were right there and shit. She was fucking dope as fuck. Marcus was like 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? My son was 7. You know, we in the wrestling match. It was like Monday night, Friday night, SmackDown. I mean, yo, they
He
were
was-
just
yeah,
like,
that's right. Yeah, he can't go back to the Clippers. He was already with them. He hates Golden State.
I told you that's the closest spot to his house.
Sacramento wasn't gonna be able to go to because they have
They got Fox.
Yeah. So his two choices were gonna be the Lakers or Phoenix.
LeBron was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Oh wow! Look at him there! Look at him there!
Yo, I'm telling you. He was getting, he's like.
Oh no, he's always gotten busy. I'm just saying that he just never wins. And before he can get stuck with the blame of not winning, like put it this way.
Check this out. Right now they're showing all his assists, right? And I was always like, yo, he's a great passer. But now that he's older, he banging down J's. This is the perfect thing, because I was like, I was trying to get to that point where now he's hitting his J consistently. Because when he was first in the league, like, he will always pass and pass and pass. Like, that's what he did in Wake Forest. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he had a nice little shot in Wake Forest. And I was like, he I like this kid. And then he went to Charlotte, and he balled out. And he's been balling out. That's the shit. I got chills. My bad. I got chills. I was like, I remember him. I know I'm getting old, but I ain't that old.
Who's your MVP pick for this year so far? Come
Dr. J. On my bad. What happened?
Who's your
I was
MVP
in the back.
pick for this year?
Harden all day. Next question.
You want to elaborate? You got like 5 minutes.
Harden?
Left. You think they're gonna give it to him, even with the change?
They won't give it to him because if it seems like you hating Brooklyn right now because all the moves they're doing.
You know what's funny? Can you say Harden? You know who I have? I have Randall. Because I'm looking at who's doing more of less. That's how I'm looking at it.
But you always go with the winning record. It's come on, it's the winning record.
So even though I'm saying Julius Randle, even by my own criteria, if I had to pick somebody that was doing more with less, then I'm giving it to Dame Lillard.
You kill me right there.
Only because of the non-injuries, no change in teams, like everything else. You know what I mean? LeBron injured,
he held it down while his boy was out.
Injured, yeah.
When CJ was out, he held it down.
Like,
McCollum came back. Actually, you know who held it down? You know who held it down? You know who held this down? Come on.
As he started climbing up the all-time scoring list.
You know who held it down?
Melo.
Yes, sir.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
Yo, this cat held it down.
So my two.
So when CJ came back, he dropped 40 the other day.
And I'm not gonna lie with you. I agree with you with James Harden, but I think my three right now, if the three people that I should be hearing about more is probably Julius Randle, James Harden, and sorry, somebody. Sorry.
No,
friend of mine was just looking over there, looking all sexy and shit. I had a couple of her pictures. She was liking my reactions to her pictures. I have to give her. Me and her have to go catch up. I think she just recently bought a high rise, and we just need to catch up, shoot the shit. Have a couple of drinks and share some energy.
Share some energy.
Yeah, we're holistic people.
Yes, sir. Huh? What happened? I was somewhere else. So your MVP is who? My three
people for MVP, is James Harden, Dame Lillard, and Julius Randle.
They gave it to Curry.
You said you were winning.
They gave it to
They're
Curry.
They're the 5th team in the East, and I don't think anybody. See, and this is what me gives Julius Randle. Nobody thought the Knicks were going to be the fifth team in the East. Nobody.
But what did you give it to Damon before Randle?
I think that he would get it if only because I think reporters would give it to him.
I think Dame.
But if you really think about
Dame should get it.
If you think about doing more with less, nobody is doing more with less than Julius Randle. Nobody.
Portland's in the West, and they're up there. They battling.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like the Knicks, you thought Boston was gonna be better than the Knicks, and apparently they're not.
I can't stand
You
Boston.
thought Toronto was gonna be better than the Knicks, and they're not.
Oh.
Like, come
They
on now.
playing in Tampa
Like,
Bay.
we're in
You want to
a
go see a Toronto game?
we're
Let's go
in a
to Tampa.
division. We're in a division where 4 of the teams in our division made it to the playoffs last year. 4 of them. One of them was champion recently. You know what I mean? So
what?
I mean, so what?
Randolph?
I think Randall is doing more with less than
I was
anybody.
thinking, I was like in trading places. Randolph?
I think Randall should be MVP. He is doing more with less. Like, even as they took a loss now, right? The Miami Heat just got a better record than them, right?
Atlanta?
But
What's Atlanta?
Atlanta's got a worse record than the
Half a
Knicks.
game, half a
Boston
game.
Celtics got a worse record than the Knicks. The Pacers got a worse record than the Knicks.
Yo.
The Raptors got a worse record than the Knicks. The Wizards got a
You
worse
just
record
want
than
to
the
be.
Knicks. Orlando
You
Magic
just
got a
want to
worse
be.
record than the
You
Knicks.
just want to be in the top 6, bro. That's why motherfuckers is balling.
Now, not
Because
for
you don't
nothing-
want to be in 7. You want to do like a.
Hey.
You know, 7 needs to lose 2 games, and not make the playoffs.
We have a minute left in the podcast. And speaking of balling, based off where
Melo.
based off where Charlotte is, that's the reason why LaMelo Ball was gonna win Rookie of the Year. They got him. Look where they got them at. They are in the motherfucking 4th
I
seed.
know, but Edwards, bro. Edwards is just.
You have to help your team win.
Yeah,
matters.
but you Rookie of the Year.
He's only bodying people. They're the worst
Yeah.
team in the league.
He dropped
They're
42.
the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but damn.
Nah, B.
I bet you like.
You have to reward the guy that
But-
brings your team to the playoffs.
But he was a first round pick.
No bets.
He was the number 1 overall, and he's fucking
Sorry, B.
playing hard.
I tried.
With the worst record on the team.
Honest.
You know why he balling though?
All
Not
the
balling
bandwidth
enough.
in the world couldn't keep me contained.
To help his team win.
I bet you he's
With
hitting.
Carl Anthony Towns on his team.
lag.
He's hitting all
No.
the
Who's
incentives.
another person on Charlotte outside
Gonna
the
share
ball?
my talents with Podbean Live.
Exactly.
You know what?
New
Marcus
options,
is a.
Pod
You
there.
can't.
know what?
You can't think of it.
Just a
Who
lot.
else?
You know why I don't have to think
Who
about
else is
it?
on Minnesota?
You know why I don't think about
Who
it?
else is on Minnesota?
Last of the real
Anthony
gabbers.
Towns.
Well,
Anthony
maybe not
Towns.
the last.
And the boy that used to be in
Munchkin
Brooklyn, the phone
got
guy that used to be in
good
LA,
mic skills.
D'Lo.
New.
D'Angelo
phone
Russell.
guy.
Improved. My
That's 3 of them, and they're the worst team in the
Podcast.
league. They got 3 people.
D'Angelo
Pod
Russell, he's
down
hurt.
now.
Charlotte,
Russell's hurt.
Charlotte got nobody,
The phone
and he
guy.
got it
Last
at
resort
4.
for drinks.
Nigga snitching on the phone.
Yo, he
Sun's
got
out.
yo,
The
he
phone
yo,
guy.
he basically
Got a
ruined Swaggy
buffet
P's
breakfast.
NBA career.
Don't want to go far.
Let's keep it for real, for real.
Wow.
But Swaggy got a ring with Golden State. though.
Tired.
I know, but he damn near ruined his
Tired.
career. Like nobody
He's like,
wanted
yo,
him after that
My
He's
team.
like, I got a ring. I don't give a fuck.
shit. That's
He's
funny.
like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I get a ring before I get kicked out the league.
Yo, that shit is funny. Yeah, you ain't
Shit.
seen him since.
Niggas are like, yo,
Excuse me. Did he get a ring
But
with
they-
them though?
yeah, hell yeah, he did.
Hmm.
Yeah, he got. I thought he was gonna get 2, but they didn't keep him the next year. He came in as a sub, like like a buyout or some shit. He came in as a buyout, got the ring. I was like, oh, they're gonna bring him back. They didn't bring him back. But yo, he got his ring though. That's that's what's up. This nigga said the phone guy.
That's what he is. He's the phone guy.
Yeah, he was in Brooklyn. He was getting busy.
Yeah, no. He
That's
was
why he got that
he was a
contract.
star in Brooklyn.
He was, yeah, but nobody knew it. And they were like, yo, after Brooklyn traded for fucking Pierce and Garnett and give up the future for like 5 years.
He's one of the guys that they got
And yeah,
because
And
basically
they got him on the trade.
the Lakers didn't really want him.
yeah. So
But
they
remember, he
traded
was
for
there with
him.
Julius Randle. He was one of the last people to play
Yeah.
with Kobe.
Yeah, yeah, he was. And the
He
crazy
was part
thing
of that team that Kobe was embarrassed by because they were celebrating some bullshit, like the 12th win of a season. They were celebrating like it was a championship win. He was like, I'm embarrassed by this shit. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel show, and Jimmy Kimmel asked him that shit. He was like, yo, no one asked me that shit. Like, you should have seen his face. Jimmy Kimmel saw the Lakers, and you see the guys they were celebrating over there, but like Logan was just like,
like, nah, why you trying to play me out right now?
he stone faced him, made Jimmy Kimmel like, changes.
Next question.
For real. Okay, let's end this stream. Thank you guys for watching, for listening, everything. I appreciate it. Because the stuff for the website and for the actual podcast is already done with. This is all the bonus shit that you guys can catch only on video. And we're gonna see if this video makes it. Hey, sugar dumpling.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey.
Shit. Okay. We gotta cut. Cut.
As we were saying
We're done.
goodbye.
Done. Video's over. Nothing else to see here. Gotta go.